All right. Hello. This is the Comic Collector Club, and I am your spokesman and caretaker of the club tonight. We're doing classic comic book art. Let's see here. Let's get this out of the way. Patel gifted 5 members. I think we're at 143 fucking members. Yeah, dude. That's an army. Thank you, Patel. Let's drop a leg for him. Biggie. A little bit longer extended version. All right, so let's bring in the homie. Oops, I just kicked him off. Just bring them all in. Fuck it. Matt, Chaco, and Archivist. What's up, guys?
Hey,
thanks for having me.
Hey, everybody.
So, Good Friday night show with Alan. Alan said he's coming. I don't know what happened, but
okay. He might be eating something, or he might be dealing with his kids.
That's true.
With his wife away, he's now the primary parent. Or this is his busy time with work. It's the beginning of the month. He may have taken a call from a client. So,
right.
Where did Bleak go? He was around.
He just said he kicked him out.
No, I didn't. I accidentally kicked Chonko. I was going to bring him up first, and I brought him back, and then I just brought everybody. But I would have had to remove everybody first, then bring everybody on. So I just fucked up and brought everybody up. I think he'll come back though. Maybe he got a call too. Anywho, Doc said he's coming. He'll probably be a little late.
Yeah, he told me he was going to be here tonight.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
On the show after we finished.
Cool.
Very cool.
Cool.
So I'm going to ask a question.
Yeah.
Biggie, you get Man Cave on all the time. Why were you a little? You guys were teasing me a bit there the other night on because you got Man Cave. You're showing my Man Cave video.
What do you mean teasing you?
You guys were like, "Oh, we're just breaking your balls."
I meant that you never invited Bleeker on your channel. That's what I meant.
I have asked Bleeker, and Bleeker has told me that he works when I ask.
I know. Well, that was the part I was saying. We was busting your. It was a joke. Like I know.
Okay.
You know, some would think that Matt would have a special show just for me, but it's cool.
Bleeker, I would absolutely, and I'm not saying this, I would love to have you on the show because you're one of the most coolest, laid back people I know. And you have awesome, first of all, you play guitar. Secondly, you collect comics. 3, you have the coolest mustache. 4, you just have an awesome show. Like, I have no problem. If you want to come on, I'm be happy to accommodate you. It's just, as I said, every Tuesday night you told me you were working. So
I do work Tuesday nights. That's true.
By the way, Bleak is rocking the V for Vendetta look right now.
Yeah, looks cool.
I know. Ergo, why he has such a cool mustache.
Remember the 5th of November, baby. Although that guy did get killed and murdered, and
Well,
nothing good happened to Guy Fawkes.
he went out with a bang, so
Jeez.
Actually, he did it. He ended up it got foiled. So
Not quite the bag he wanted. I don't think.
He didn't get the bag. He ended up hanging around for a while.
How are you doing tonight? What's going on with your night?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Oh, promiscuous time traveler. Hello.
I forgot about that. I just wanted to do the hello skip. My bad.
Oh.
What up, Alan?
Oh, Helen.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, man. So Bleeker is one of them. I mean, he's got like 5 fucking awards too, Matt. Like,
I know.
Yeah,
Again,
dude.
I would love to have him on. He works Tuesday nights, and as I said before, I wasn't sure if he had enough Superman to come on the Superman
quit
show.
your job already.
And the other fact is, I don't know you well enough, Bleeker, to know what your energy level is like after a 6-hour broadcast on Sunday.
They're super high. So when
Okay.
I mean super high, I mean super high.
He's got enough energy to do a 5-hour auction after a 6-hour stream on Sunday. So
Okay.
Wow.
Well, let's see what we can pull off shortly. I actually don't have anybody coming on the next show after this one yet, so
this is going to be it's gonna be an ongoing joke because Bleeker's
I'll-
gonna play it like
I'll
until
think
you
about it.
lock him down. He's gonna keep giving you shit.
I'll,
Of course, I'm gonna give you shit.
I'll think about
But
it.
listen, you can give me shit all you want. I can take it. I'm just asking
Yeah,
It's
because
really
Happy on the
bothering
show.
Matt though. Like
He's happy on the
Matt,
show.
Matt's
He's happy
really
on the
bothered.
show. Alan's had me on his show. Alan's
I've
a
had,
good-
I've had you on my show twice, actually.
twice, in fact, twice.
And you were on one of the Friday Hangouts, too, so that counts as
See?
3 times.
I'm really disappointed.
yes, this is the perfect weekend to kick in the Catholic guilt. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's
So-
a good Friday.
It's a Good Friday. Come on.
There's a saying like a hit dog hollers, you
Mhm.
know. So I don't want to bring up like troll shit, but there's been a little troll shit going around. So if anybody's got my name and they're saying bad things about me,
Yeah, we blocked one that was on my channel today.
just hide them, get rid of them, and they won't be able to come back. Thank you for blocking them. So hopefully we can block them all. By the way, I think everybody's fantastic collectors, or I wouldn't aspire to hang out with you guys.
By the way, I
honestly,
sent you the wrong link, Matt. I was
It's
on the
okay.
wrong.
Biggie got me. Biggie sent me one.
I don't know how you did have one in the first place.
I was going to the old one.
Let me see. What can we do tonight? So, what do you guys think about classic comic art? What let's have a little discussion before we go look. How about we do that?
Well, what's your definition of classic? Is it age or is it style?
That's
Well, go ahead, Alan. Let her rip.
well, I mean, classic is anything from over 2,000 years ago. So let's be pedantic.
Well, I will use, to use
It's
another
one of those
thing.
nights.
In fact, Classic
free-
is actually 25 years old, Alan. So let's, I don't,
That's what I was going to say.
Classic-
Classic rock tends to do it as 25 years.
that's right.
Well, that's rock. Rock was old when it came out. So
They're all wrong.
I'll grab my copy of Cicero in just a second. One sec.
So yeah, but you know, for me, like anything can be a class. Like the way classic is used is just a really cool cover that's going to be liked, not just now, but in the far future.
It's a
So
what?
I,
All right.
Yeah,
I
see, to
think
me,
that's a
it's more
reasonable
than that.
definition.
To me, it's more than that. It's one that everybody like refers to. It's like yeah, remember that. That's class. So like just because
yeah.
you specifically like it doesn't make it classic. It might mean
No,
your
no,
mind.
no. It has to be liked
Yeah.
by a lot of people.
Right.
And,
Exactly right.
And liked now, but 100 years from now, people will go and say that was the.
I mean,
So I
there are ones that people will say, like for example, when most people say 300 when you're talking about comics, everybody pretty much knows you're talking about ASM 300.
Sure.
You know, or the Hulk, the one, the Wolverine 8 cover, or the Hulk 374, or when you say 181, well, everybody knows what 181 means. Like,
Yeah. So, by the way, you know, in hockey, they retire people's jerseys. Should we do the
Yes.
same in comics where they retire like the number?
What number? What
Can't
do you
use
mean?
300 anymore.
you can't.
but-
We're going to retire the number 1.
Yeah, let's do that.
There's conflict, like because so 181. Of course, you're right away. You think of Hulk, but also Batman. 181's first
181 is
first
first-
Poison Ivy.
Exactly. But not. I mean, like the modern audience, most people will say 181. They think Hulk.
Sure,
Yeah, yeah.
but those are
And nobody
two. Like,
likes this
right
anyway.
away, those are both like big comics. I mean, big covers.
Mhm.
You know, I think I'm making a mistake of not shouting out the chat because nobody's talking. All right, we got Patel. Good to see you.
Hey,
GT Key, my main man. Matt likes comics.
Mhm.
Mark.
Here, I'll comment just so you can say hi to me.
Mark issues with Anachronic. I'm hoping people will say something, yeah, so I could say hi. I'm in the chat.
Thomas is
so-
here. Susie just
Hey.
got here.
Yeah, John is here.
Shamalo.
Good
Yeah,
to see Gene, John,
Quebec.
Big Susie Q. Very, very nice. Best up and coming new collector I know, dude. Besides a few, you know, she's top notch.
Are you doing that this year or what, man?
I already gave it to her. She won, and who else? Most improved was her and TM.
Okay.
It was a split, yeah.
And who got the best collector of the year?
Best collector of the year. I did not say who was the best collector of the year because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I love Alan, Doc, and Steppo, and I feel like the order I want to put them in might ruffle some feathers.
You got to put me first this year, I think. So,
What up, Thomas? Good to see you. Big Alan, the best first appearance guy in the game.
mhm.
50 Diller's Choice, Bleak. One or more books. Giddy up. Oh, shit. It looks like he's doing the giveaway.
Giveaway. He thinks they're fun. So.
Are you up for it, Bleak? Or
Yeah, I'm up for it, man.
oh, that's my boy. I shout out Bleeker for being able to hold it down.
Well, Bleeker's gonna grab a book.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do it, but I don't like going to post office. I really appreciate having someone here that can. So I like Bleeker doing it.
All right.
And we got a decent chat. People were talking. Okay, low grade hero. That's my man.
Give a couple
Low grade.
choices, Bleeker.
What's that, buddy?
Give a couple choices that way.
Okay.
How about you give a couple choices out?
Hey, Patel, drop the link in the chat so I can get to it, please. Yeah, it's up to you, Bleak. Whatever you want to do. No pressure, man.
I got a couple books here. This will be two for it's the two's going to one. You got the first Beavis and Butthead. You also got Kevin Nash, signed by Kevin. Nash.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Very
that's kind of
cool.
cool.
That is very cool.
And there he is signing the book on the back.
Oh, that's even cooler.
Yeah.
I'd go with that one just because it's super.
Me too. Yeah.
Oh no, they're both in. You get one choice. That's the choice.
Oh,
All right,
wow,
one
you
or
get
the
both.
other. Okay.
No, they're both in. That's it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
Cool.
wow.
Wow, that's a deal.
That's generous.
That's how we roll with the collector
Very
club,
cool.
man.
What hashtag do I need to put in to win?
I'm setting it up now. So let's see. By the way, I want to say this. Is there even any classic comic art being done today? Like, I feel like classic comic art might have died in the Copper Age. Who was the last classic comic
Alex Ross.
artist?
Alex Ross is definitely classic.
Yeah, Alex Ross is
I
awesome.
mean, painted maybe, I guess.
I disagree with that. I was at C2E2 and I watched a Jenny Frison line that looked like Disney. Like some of the
But
Jenny
what-
Frison covers right
What's a
now.
Jenny Prison classic cover? I mean, they all
Well-
kind of similar.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe kind of similar, but I think a couple of the Hello Darkness covers. There's that real big Poison Ivy that she did.
Yeah, but there's none that you say, "Oh, wow, you know,
The
that cover
They're going
was so
for
great."
huge money though. I mean,
the hashtag
That,
hashtag
for
Patel.
example, for
Like,
Adam,
I do like Jenny Frison. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean.
Hashtag
Like,
Patel,
you
man.
know,
Oh, let me get you on full screen. My fat Blake.
everyone would have said that, like in the early 2000s or the 90s, they would have said the same thing. Like, there's no classic covers right now.
Steppo, once you're Ben Blade Runner.
I saw it. I took it off.
Let me do an NWO for Patel. The hashtag is Patel, by the way, guys. Everybody can enter.
Don't forget, when you're NWO, you're NWO for life. Too sweet.
I'm hoping fucking Doc shows up, man. You know, Doc's been knocking it out of the park. Come on, Doc. Let's rally up the troops. I can feel him coming, dude. He's gonna peek around the corner.
well, I mean, like you're talking though, like there's classic artists, but then there's classic stuff. Like Adam Hughes, one of the first things I think of when I hear that name is that Catwoman book.
that's a classic cover.
Like to me, that's a classic.
Adam Hughes. That's Adam Hughes.
I'm thinking that.
That's Adam Hughes' first published art.
Damn.
Nice.
I thought that's what that was when you got it. Wow.
I picked up a bunch of copies of that because I thought it should go to the moon, but it never went to the moon.
I like Eagle, man.
But what about Absolute Batman #1? Like, it's already being homaged, like over and over again.
Mm.
And it'll probably be considered a classic in about 5-10 years.
That's
you have
that's
to
what I'm
have,
saying. We have to
you
think,
have
we
to have
project.
some longevity for it to be a classic.
What about that?
I think Absolute Batman #1 is a crappy cover. Sorry.
I think it's a rip off of Frank Miller. To
I
be
agree.
honest.
Yeah.
What about
agree
that
with
J.
you.
Scott
I
Campbell?
agree completely. But will people
J. Scott Campbell what?
10 years from now? What would they say?
The one with Mary Jane and the Spider-Man one. That's a classic cover.
Yeah, that's you're talking about J. Scott Campbell. That one.
Yeah,
I'm
where
thinking-
she's sitting on the couch. I thought
All
that
right,
was
let's go down the
Really?
line and pick our last comic book classic artist do you think of? When I think of classic comic book artist, the last one I will recognize as a classic comic book artist is Mark Brooks. I like Mark Brooks stuff. So, what do you say, Matt? Do you got one?
Well, for recent stuff, I would say that Dave Stevens or
Dave
Adam
Stevens?
Hughes would list
Yeah, I
as
don't
a
see that he's
classic
modern.
artist. But
I don't consider Dave Stevens modern. I consider
Yes.
him.
I think
But
you're
at the same time, I think that because Dave Stevens' art is limited and Adam Hughes still has a chance to make some serious covers, I think Adam Hughes has a chance of becoming a real classic artist.
Yeah, Adam Hughes is an artist that I think in the future people will go back. Well, they collect him now, I think, but in the future, still people will go back and collect him, like I collect Matt Baker or.
Are we
I think
talking
people will
classic
think Adam Hughes.
artists like they do classic style, like, or they work pen and ink or ink?
I
and
like, well,
they doing paper? Are they doing it on the computer? What are they doing? What are we basing classic on? Because I'm gonna throw
Just, like the style of art and I think
I'll
the
throw
quality
Capullo
of
in
art.
there. I know he doesn't have the classic style of art, but he does ink and pen, and like he does it all classic
Who's
style.
this?
Capullo,
Oh, Capullo.
Yeah.
One
of my favorites by far.
The only problem with his art, I like his art too. I actually had him on my pull list, but I always find his covers really dark.
This is the problem. Like what you
I like
individually, what you think means nothing. What matters is what's everyone else going to think 10, 15 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah,
From
that's
now.
what I was saying.
That's
before.
the big thing is
Yeah.
what resonates with people later on. If we're talking about now, and we shouldn't be talking about 15 years ago. We should be talking about now.
Those are both great. So that's the one I want. Actually, I have the one on the left.
You already
Not
stole
one.
my 180. I know that. I'm very
I think Alex Ross should be on that list of classic artists, just because.
yes, I do
He's
agree.
been working for 20 years too.
Lou Fine is classic.
But,
some of those Marvels were classic. I would say Schomburg and all the Golden Age shit. That's like classic, and people have studied and mimicked those guys like Romita, Adams, Kirby, Buscema. So I feel like it stayed alive in the silver, and then I feel like I know Matt's gonna hate this, but Gil Kane in the bronze was doing some classic stuff, but it kind of petered off to this.
I will give you this. Gil Kane has done some good covers. The Spider-Man covers, I think he did a great job. I just don't like his last years with the Superman franchise. He is okay on some stuff, but he did do really well on Spider-Man.
I think
think-
that's considered a pretty popular opinion.
By the way, Biggie, you brought up something that's kind of another element to what I would say consider a classic artist is somebody that's going to be mimicked years from now.
Right.
To that point, can I
Yeah.
mention someone?
Yeah.
So Frank Quitely, he, there's a lot of modern imitators of him. I feel like I see a lot of stuff kind of trying to copy his look, and that kind of minimal outsider art sort of thing going on, the little indie thing. So for me, I would consider like his All-Star Superman, for instance, to be like a classic cover.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You gotta go.
Yeah,
He is-
Dan
I've seen a
Quintana.
lot of people mimicking J. Scott Campbell lately.
Neil Adams would have to be considered classic,
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, he's
Yeah.
that's from some time. I mean,
who's done all the covers that are being homaged constantly? Todd McFarlane, Neil Adams,
Yes.
Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Like you have to consider those people classics because everybody mimics their work.
absolutely right. So all those, I think those are beyond. I guess what I was saying was Alan was making a point of like who's working right now. So
Right
Dan
Yeah, yeah.
Quintana, Dan Quintana's kind of flavor of the month right now. He did that absolute Batman cover. The original art just sold at Heritage for $100,000.
Was that the one with the stuff coming out of his mouth? That one?
No. That's the I can't remember. But Quintana is like, he's like the kind of, like a lot. He's getting more famous. I think, when you're seeing people like that who are in the know, somebody who has that kind of money, who's betting on a guy like that. Like if you're talking about people working right now, I've shown some Quintana stuff. He's the one with all the eyes are really blank, and he's really detailed, real kind of creepy stuff.
There's a lot of good people still.
Scotty Young would be one as well, actually. I
Yeah,
know
I-
people like they like
Is Scotty
they
Young
mimic his work.
considered
Yeah.
classic
There are
art?
people that do Scotty like collect
Yeah.
every Scotty Young variant they
Yeah,
can find.
It's a big deal. There's a ton of what about Jock? Jock has done some
Jock?
amazing covers.
Jock is a great example of somebody working right.
Art Germ is doing a lot of good stuff.
Okay,
now.
so when do we put this thing down? When do we put the hashtag?
We already did.
Yeah, we already did. You could do it again if you want. If you don't feel it.
Mattel, man, hashtag Mattel, you get a signed Kevin Nash book.
Yeah, let's show.
Signed Kevin Nash with Kevin Nash signing the book on the back. There he is.
I was thinking about Mark Spears. Should Mark Spears be counted?
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
No.
I like the
I
immediate.
feel like it's all computer. Like, do you
Yeah,
feel like
it's
that's
all, it's all tricks. It's all art tricks.
Everybody knows I was a big Mark Spears fan, but some of the stuff he's done recently, I have not liked some of the profiteering he's done. Like he's doing signings in the it's like Alabama, the Comic-Con. He had different levels of signatures, but one of the levels of signatures is charging $50 to sign a book.
that's
I
what
just got.
I was a little off put by just opening up.
Jim Starlin was charging 20, so I mean that's a little much.
I just was.
One second, guys.
Breaking news.
Go ahead, Chonko. My bad. We got who that.
Yeah, but who that? But yeah, but yeah, at C2E2, I was just saying, talked to Robert Venditti. I had like 5 books from him to sign. I was like, he signed them. I was like, hey, what I owe you? He's like, 5 books, nothing. Don't worry about it. Or what's his name? The guy who wrote Daredevil. I can't remember, but yeah, it signed book. A bunch of people they're signing books for free, and I like Mark Spears, but $50 for a signature, it's like hey, you can pound sand, dude. No.
There's a cool Todd McFarlane cover right there.
Yeah.
I just
Is
went
that
out.
a Todd McFarlane?
Read, Mike.
This is a top
Oh, right here. Okay.
Philadelphia. It's fucking awesome, man.
You know.
That's
Can I
Todd
tell you
McFarlane?
about
I have that.
somebody real
I
quick?
didn't realize it was Todd McFarlane.
Who that?
Steppo said Jim Steranko. That's a good choice. And yes, Dan
Taco was talking about somebody that does he was doing a signature. I was just trying to add to it. I had a similar experience with oh my god, I can't even think his name. He charges $100 for a ratio variant signature.
God dang.
Wow, $100 for a
Was it the Marvel Zombies guy? Because he charges.
No. It wasn't him. No, it wasn't him. It was
Sergio Aragonis.
No, it wasn't him. It was he's been doing a lot of stuff with Comic Tom and stuff. I can't remember his name because I kind of said I would never use him.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about. Oh, what's his name?
But
It's not Todd, it's like one of those ones.
Ryan Otley was charging like 40, and I got out of that line quick. I mean, I like Ryan Otley, but Invincible and Battle Beast I like, but nah, man. Nah, you can hold that. I don't need to pay.
What's too expensive for a signature? Is $40, I guess, is too expensive?
40 for me was
number.
I would say
it
depends on the person.
More than $1.
Thomas, are you still in the chat? If so, tell us what Steranko was charging.
I wouldn't pay Steranko for a signature, but I'd pay to talk to him.
So
Neil Adams was charging $10 unless you bought something from him, and then it
That
was
seems like a deal for Neil Adams.
Yeah, I'd totally pay to talk to him.
no, I know Adams charged $100 in America.
Let's do this.
Also, Tim Vigil signed like 6 books for me. Didn't charge a thing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
George Perez cost me nothing. Same with Gail Simone.
Yeah.
Same with Chris
By the way, I
Claremont.
feel like they should charge because they usually have to fly to those conventions. They have to, they put money into
Charge,
it.
but not for I don't know.
Well,
Mike Grell charged $5 unless you bought something. But
Dan
I
Jorgens
know
rarely
half
charges.
my lineup is going to take the $5 book that I signed and sell them for $100 on the internet.
Yeah,
That's right.
And you know what I mean? Like if it's cutting into my profit and all this stuff. Well, you know what? They're not making. They're there. They're wasting their time fucking signing books so people can make fortunes off of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like
It was John Boy Myers, just to let you guys know. John Boy
Oh,
Myers
John Boy
said
Myers,
if you bring a ratio variant up to him, he charges $100 for a signature.
Wow.
And guess what? When I was in Dallas, the last time I was in Dallas, guess what? He had 0 people in line.
That's too much, man. Yeah, that's
He
too
had
much.
zero people. Nobody wanted a signature from him for $100.
I think 25
I
is
would
pretty
do that.
decent. 25 is nice. You know, once it gets into the $30 range.
Yeah, I
Common
feel like
sense
25 is
Steranko was 5, then 10, then now it's 20.
Steranko, I'd pay more for because, well, guess what? He's a fucking legend, right?
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
so you got to
Yeah,
pay
and-
more for somebody like that, or Golden, or somebody like that. But
I would say
like,
the most I paid for a signature was Neil Adams. He was $50 the last time I met him.
That would be worth it. But
That'd be worth it.
But-
I mean,
but that was worth it in my opinion.
The book.
my
Yeah,
buddy
that was-
Sukesha Ray, she even charged me for her signatures, and I've had her on the show twice.
Oh man, that's. I don't think that's
rough. That's
It was
rough.
a little. I was a little surprised, but you know, it's like she didn't have anybody coming up to the booth. Like she was kind of lost in the middle. I kind of felt bad for her, and also, I mean, yeah, you know, it's fine. You know, so it's like whatever, $10. I'll
Matt,
pay it.
Matt does the same with me. Actually, whenever I meet him at the conventions, he always charges me $20.
Hashtag Patel in there before we run this thing.
Yeah, we're gonna run it in like 1
I
minute,
don't
guys.
even know what I put my hashtag in there. I don't know what's going on.
I have to say though, Neil Adams was a very interesting character, and it was actually fun. I mean, I paid the guy 5 or 6 times, but I also bought some stuff, so I got some free autographs over the years. I've got like 7 or 8 things signed from him.
All right, let me tell y'all my Neil Adams story. This is a classic story. So
yes.
I know this story.
I know
it's
this one too.
hilarious.
my boy 84 went to a con, and he thought that if he bought the reprint of this, he could get the signature for free. So he went to Neil Adams. He said, "Sign it to Biggie Shack." And he signed it, and then he was okay. That'll be whatever amount of money it was. And he said, "Oh, I didn't understand. I didn't think it was going to cost anything." So he said that he heard Neil Adams when he was walking away. He said, "What am I going to do with this Biggie Shack book?" And my boy D Runk went and about a month later to a different con and said, "Can you sign this for Biggie Shack?" And he gave him like a little look, like, "What the fuck?" You know. And he still did it.
Very cool.
Yeah, Neil Adams to Biggie Shack. So
That's a great book.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I love it. All right, get in here, Doc. You mother lover. I think he's in here. No, he ain't in here. What's he saying?
You said it's hard to find a TMNT that's not signed. I have one that's not signed, Doc.
I'll tell you what.
I think Alan one is not signed either.
Yeah, mine's not signed.
You know, I was talking
Actually,
on
mine
Alan's
is
show.
signed. Actually,
It
it's
is?
signed on the inside.
Well, that's different. That's
You want to talk long lines? Kevin Eastman came to Ottawa one year, and that was one of the longest lines I've ever seen.
What was you gonna say, Junker?
I was going to say, of all the people I met at C2E2, and I talked to about everybody, I was telling on Alan's show, Brett Bean, the guy who does Dork, is he is like the nicest, friendliest, happiest, like thrilled to be there, like thrilled that people like his book. He's just like, you want to, like, if you ever get a chance to talk to Brett Bean at a con, please do. Hilariously funny, just happy that people like what he's doing. And you know, it's like, you know, I mean, I know people are like, "Oh, Dork, this is stupid." I kind of like the book, and I got to tell you, absolutely the friendliest, nicest person you could ever meet.
I like his covers he did for some he did some TMNT covers and stuff. So I've always liked this stuff.
He shut down his website for a while. I don't know if it's back up, but I know he shut
Yeah,
it down.
because I was trying to buy some TMNT stuff from his website, but it was off.
Any chance he'll be on the live show?
I asked him. He was like, "Man, if you asked me,
Hey,
yo, Rich."
Rich
all
one.
right.
I asked him, and he was like, "Look, man, if you would have asked me 6 months ago, it would be no problem." He's like, "I'm just,
Oh wow,
I'm just
Matt,
smoked right now."
where did you get that?
Yeah, that sucks.
This is Neil Adams. This I got this at Ottawa Comic Con. The last time I saw him before he passed away, I got this.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that a print? Is it like a?
It is a print. It cost me $20.
But
Got
it's
the
really
signature
cool.
because of it, but like it's Supergirl. Like it's
Oh,
amazing.
Supergirl. Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Oh,
sure
sure.
who it was. Yeah,
See if I
it was.
Oh, stop it. But I mean, like, I was very close to actually getting the Batgirl because I should have got that too because the Batgirl was amazing too.
That's really well done.
Are you even a Supergirl fan? Why do you have
I
that?
don't think he is.
Yeah, exactly. Do you even know who Supergirl is? I mean, come on.
Yes, she is. She is the star of my dreams every night.
The trailer looks great.
She looks awfully like Buffy. I don't know.
Oh,
So
jeez.
the trailer, I actually think the trailer.
I would think I have a type. It's pretty safe to say I have a type.
I guess.
What did you say, Alan?
It looks like they're being very faithful to the comic, except for
loved it.
Lobo being in it.
Man, how do you
There's
guys
no
watch
Lobo
trailers? You're gonna ruin it when you get to the theater.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
She's got buck teeth.
There's a lot to the story.
No, there really is. It really is cool.
I can't take Supergirl seriously with buck teeth. I'm sorry. I don't know. Has she been
Oh my
sucking her
God, dude.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Hey, that's a thing for some people. I'm
I
sure.
think she's pretty good looking, actually.
I
don't
think
know.
she's hot as hell.
You think everybody's good looking?
Can you imagine if he was
I'm
like
old now.
freaking Jessica Alba hot though? Like how much
No,
more?
she's not Jessica Alba hot. No.
If she was like that hot, dude, we'd be like, whoa.
I don't
Yeah.
find Jessica Alba that hot.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
She isn't a blonde.
Nah, calm down.
All right.
Gotta take some pills or something.
Yeah. Jessica Alba, pretty hot.
Pretty hot.
Congratulations. Send me your information on Instagram. We'll get those books to you, buddy.
Yeah, congrats, Big Nasty, dude.
Great.
Yeah, I'm on the fence of it's either going to break even or it's going to be a huge success. I don't think it's going to fail. I don't think Supergirl will fail.
I
think
hope it
will.
does well. I really,
Alan,
It
you
looks great to me.
realize I'm dragging you opening night, right?
I'd love to go. Yeah.
It's,
So,
it's not that I don't want it to do well or fail or whatever, but I'm more worried now about if it does well, are we going to get more of this universe? Because technically it's been bought out. He's only got a certain amount of movies left that he's allowed that he's doing before he's going to leave.
Yeah,
He's
I
definitely going
want
to
James
leave.
Gunn.
He doesn't like the owner of the company. He does not like that owner. They have very different political beliefs. He won't work for them. I guarantee it.
I'm okay with the demise of the superhero franchise thing for a little bit. I think.
See, but money's going to matter. If it makes money, then you know people are going to put their differences aside. And
if it doesn't make money, what will happen? Like, well,
If there isn't a sequel, listen, if there isn't a sequel to Supergirl, I'm fine with that because I have a feeling this is going to be a good standalone movie. But I'd really like to see the Superman series continue because that was actually pretty good. The Corn Sweat one.
I want to see a real
Yeah,
movie.
That was an interesting comment, Archivist. So you don't really specifically collect like Cape comics, so you kind of do like your own thing. So you wouldn't mind the superhero genre to just go away.
I was the biggest, like fan of the whole genre when it first came out, and I was so looking. I mean, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. I was following the development of Spider-Man when it came out, but I'm so burnt out by it by now, and I just think it needs to cool out for like Westerns. I mean, give it 10 years. Maybe we'll have an Unforgiven type superhero film that'll come out. Like I guess Logan did that, but yeah, I'm ready for it to cool out for a little
I
bit.
only have so many years left on this planet. I want them all to be filled with superheroes.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing.
I feel like there's a lot of stories that I'd like to see, and I don't know if we have.
Well, I guess my problem is that I feel that the movies that are being made today are not storytelling. They're corporate entities. There's no artistic kind of motivation to like. I have to get this. I have to get my vision onto the screen.
But there have been though.
There have been, but
But I feel like that has changed recently. I feel like the Superman movie was kind of the first, getting away from all the political stuff and
we had a first movie.
Well, I feel that if we have a cooling, perhaps there'll be a point where people are like, you know what, I have an idea. Listen, just hear me out here, and then let me get this on. I have to get this on the screen, and then we'll see something that's spectacular, and we'll be like, okay, and then bring on the Renaissance, But I feel that we're at the point where we're at diminishing returns. And I'd like to see regular movies in the theater as well. I'd like to see a big blockbuster film that's not tied to a franchise for a little bit.
The problem is they're not funding them anymore. If it isn't already proven, they're not giving it money.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, right? So maybe they need to stop doing that.
But there have been some things that are like outside of like where it's like not really in the linearity, like Joker. Joker was fantastic.
Right.
And,
Yes.
or
First
Logan.
Joker, right.
Logan was
The first
fantastic.
Joker was absolutely amazing.
So like there have been where it's like loosely based, but it's like I know what you're saying, where it's like it doesn't have to like tie in, and we're gonna sell a bunch of merchandise for this. But yeah, I thought both of those, like both Logan,
And
kind of outside of continuity, and also
yes,
Joker, kind of outside of continuity kind of thing. And also I really liked like the first Deadpool, and I liked Deadpool and Wolverine a lot. I thought those were all good.
I have yet to watch Deadpool. I gotta watch that.
Really?
You make a good
Deadpool
point.
and Wolverine. I haven't seen that. It's never on top of my head.
I'm not a
It's
Deadpool
fun.
guy, so
It's
just-
fan service, like
Yeah,
I know.
it's over the top gore and violence, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's an audience for sure.
I think comic books are the perfect rough draft for a movie. Like you could just open up a page to a comic and be like, scene one,
Well,
scene two, and go down the line.
That's why I'm
I
looking
think
for.
comics are perfect for movie adaptation.
Yeah, dude.
Because if you look at the way they make movies, the first thing they do is they storyboard it.
Right.
That's a comic. That's
Right.
like literally a
Could
comic.
you not imagine like the first Hush done as a movie trilogy? Because
if
that's
it
a
was
great
done well,
story.
that would be perfect. That would be a
Yeah.
perfect one.
Because if they did what they did with Superman, this Superman movie was the first time a franchise rebooted and we didn't get the origin again.
You know what? The thing about that, and I understand why people are for that, but honestly, origin stories are often the best story in a superhero's book, and that's why I don't mind the origin story. I know people don't like it when the origin story is told over and over and over again, but it's usually a really good story, so I don't really mind.
I think the
origin stories.
problem is, and the reason they didn't do this with Superman, is I think they felt like they had one shot to get a new story, and
Sure.
they might not get a second shot.
Yeah, in this case, I think it was fine. Yeah, for sure.
They
But at
haven't
this
done really
point, too-
origin stories in a while, if you think about
But
it.
with
Spider-Man wasn't.
It's like a backlash that's gone a little too far, I think.
Mm.
Batman and Superman, everybody knows their origins by
Sure.
now. If you're into
Yeah.
this stuff, you know how they became.
Yeah.
Supergirl is going to have an origin, but it's not the beginning of the movie. It's part of why she's drinking. You're going to get it in snippets.
Pretty cool. She was like stuck in the
Yeah.
Phantom Zone, and she was in that.
Origin stories are often the best
Well,
stories.
yeah, she was.
Uncle Ben die one more time. I think I'll shoot my own.
Well, that's why they didn't do it, Bleak. But that's
Did
why they
Uncle
didn't
Ben
do it.
die?
But they did it. They actually did it, but it was
Spoilers.
they
Come
did
on,
that.
man.
They did the Uncle Ben scene. Don't let they can switch it up all they want. It's still the Uncle Ben scene.
Well, because
Well,
Aunt
you never
May
expect
died
the
in the
Aunt May.
third movie.
Yeah.
The third movie, because
Uncle
Aunt
Ben
May died
scene.
in.
That's the
That's
Uncle
not
Ben
the
scene.
same
I
thing.
like that. I like
That's
that.
not the same.
But does
Not
it come
even-
with great
that's all you like.
responsibility?
Not even close to the same thing.
That's a tremendous super chat there,
Yo, Spidey.
Mad Spidey. Thank you, man, very much.
Hmm.
The super chats from here on are going towards X-Men 1. I'm gonna stop buying books and just putting it towards that. I'm gonna get a graph.
I'm
so.
gonna get an X-Men 1. Wow.
I'd say, well, I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I'm
What you
gonna try.
need
yeah.
to do is you need to find an unknown Archie comic at an estate sale.
No, yeah, I need freaking lunch money comics though.
Presumably not the Jim Lee one, right?
That's not gonna be good. I mean, I could cop out and keep all the money and be like, "Here it is, guys." No, I ain't do that. All right, let's
Show
do
the
the
90s
whole .81 for Spidey.
I used to think you were just about the most perfect person in the world. You're just a slut.
That's great. I love that.
Dude, it's gonna take a lot of freaking patience to not buy anything for as long as it's gonna take to save that. So
Well,
I don't think you
Nate
can-
has suggested.
Actually, who wants to bet me that Biggie can't wait until he gets the X-Men 1?
I'm gonna use different money. I'm not gonna use super chat money.
All right. Fair enough.
I'll get books, but I'm not going to use super. That's going to be hard by itself because that's what I've been doing. So I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. You guys, you heard me here, so I'm going to try to keep my word.
Another super chat down
Another
there.
super chat. You're inspiring super chats. I want to get an Action 1. Can you guys?
You need a graph. You need to do what I do.
Actual one.
I don't even have it yet, but I'm gonna get it. I'm waiting for my first payment to actually mark it. So
And you have to talk about it for a year first, and then you got to get a
it's been
graph.
2 years. I'm going on 2 now.
You got to have steps.
All right, let's drop the leg. Then we're gonna get to business. Seriously, let's do NWO.
Don't forget, when you're NWO, you're NWO for life. Too sweet.
Right, so, Alan, I heard you had a LB Cole cover, Catman, with the guy with the hat.
Yeah.
Can you grab that?
I can.
All right.
You want me to grab it? Mine's
Yes,
like
please.
a 0.5 though.
That's all right.
And I paid like a 5.0 price for it.
Well, that's the reason I brought it up, because I heard that you over. This is the book that
Every time I
Alan
see it,
overpaid
I
the most for.
I overpaid this.
Oh, look at this. Tag on it, Chonko. You're too nice, man. We got a $10 super from Chonker.
Awesome.
The best collector I know, dude. I don't know what these other fuckers are saying, but I
Yeah.
love Chonker, man. So
Yeah.
let's drop a
Big Biggie. Biggie. Biggie.
Man, that fucking, it's gonna be $100 portions to get to that damn thing. Thank you so much. All right, so
Stack here? Do you guys see the stack?
let's hear this story about how much Alan overpaid for this thing. Let us know the story.
Okay, guys, did you see the stack of books here?
Yeah.
Hold on.
The
I'm
one that
getting
you
to
want me to get is at the very friggin' bottom of this stack.
Is that your junk stack or something, or your the stack?
No,
of
no,
your-
do it.
Cool.
Alan, you could do it.
You got this, Alan.
That's
Be
it.
careful. I don't want you to crack a slab.
We
Yeah,
believe
don't-
in you, buddy. We
We
believe in
don't,
you.
we don't want the whole shelf falling on forward on top of you. That would be
Oh,
Well, that shelf is connected to the
great
wall.
content, but no.
This is the biggest pain in the ass.
All of Alan's slabs fall on him. That's how he dies.
Oh man,
Yeah,
he
that's
buried
mean.
this book too. This is
I could think of
hilarious.
worse ways to die.
actually, it's a complete copy, but it is a 0.5.
Oh, that looks great.
It looks really good.
Looks really good for
The
a
reason
point.
it's a 0.5 is the spine is like shot.
How
Right?
the hell did you pay a 5.0 price for? Is what I got to know.
No, I didn't pay that much, but
Oh, okay.
I was just pissed because like it hadn't come up for years, and then I was like, oh, this is such a classic cover, and it finally came up for auction, and then I went like hard on it, like trying to get it,
Yeah.
and so I paid like I don't know almost 3,000 for it, like
Holy shit!
yeah, and then right after it, like a 3.0 came up, a 2.0, you know, like a whole bunch of them came up, like but
Yeah.
because when they heard that the 0.5 had sold for that
Yeah.
crazy amount,
Yeah.
everybody tried to sell their copy, and then the price went.
I blame
So,
Steppo.
so I way overpaid on this book, but it does.
Man
present
gave
pretty
you
well.
another. You got another super chat.
And
That's
yes,
very
thank you,
nice.
Stephen, for this because he kept on saying, "Oh, you know, it's a good book, you got to really pay up for it." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'll pay up on this one."
Well, if there's a book to overpay on, that one ain't bad. I do like
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually
love that
presents reasonably well too. Actually.
that.
But here's another cool one.
Okay.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
said-
Oh yeah, that's the good one. Yeah, that's the one that was in Peacemaker. I think something like that.
Peacemaker?
Did you not see the same? Dude, you got the book. You didn't even see it.
In Peacemaker?
They had the spider with the skull in Peacemaker. Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't see
Y'all
that.
didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
No,
I
I
didn't
didn't
watch
see
my
it.
that.
I didn't
gosh.
watch it.
All right, I'm gonna show y'all.
Yeah, I did not.
Oh, wait. And then there's some.
That's cool.
I just grabbed a few LB Coles where they're.
Yeah, that's great.
Very cool.
And then we got Power Comics.
Do you have the underwater? What is it? Great Comics or whatever it is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that's cool. I like that one. It's like kind of under appreciated. I feel.
Yeah, actually, it's really cheap.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
really cheap book.
I mean, I thought about grabbing it a couple of times, but
Yeah,
something
grab
like
it because it's like really underrated. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so cheap.
Well, it's got a shark on it, I think, right? So,
All right,
Yeah, I think
so
it's right.
here you go,
Okay.
Alan. Check this out.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. So if you see, like, right over here. This is what they had. That right here. This is what they had in the Peacemaker.
Oh, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it was. I don't think it was the same spot. I don't think of that as being the same spider.
I think it was inspired from your book, or this one over here could have been the spider one with the skull. I don't know. I didn't see that one, but
Oh, that one definitely is. I feel. Yeah.
yeah, there's a
I felt
couple
like it
LP
was more
calls.
like similar to like what's it called? Oh,
Here,
they
look,
do
right
show
here.
the
I mean, yeah. I mean, you definitely could be right.
See that, Alan, right here? They even got the book next to it. See?
Yeah.
I don't
What,
know.
what website is that?
It's. I just pulled up images. I put
Oh.
Peacemaker and yeah. All right, let's get these super chats going.
You're gonna-
Doc isn't going to make it tonight,
you're
sadly.
making a killing, baby.
Doc.
What is it, Alan?
You're making a killing.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I
doing well.
appreciate it. Can't make it tonight. Shit. Maybe next week. All right, we'll get Doc next week, hopefully. All right, let's drop the
Big
leg.
Biggie. Biggie. Biggie.
And my manager Beckerman, the best guy from Kansas City I know. Big Beckerman. Thank you, Becker. You're the goat. Let's do a let's do a NWO.
Don't forget, when you're NWO, you're NWO for life. Too sweet.
They're gonna test my patience and the other word for life. All right, what do we do now?
I can show you some stuff if you want, Biggie. You want to see some Brazilian books?
Absolutely. Good screen for you. Let's go with Chonker. There we go.
So yeah, and I showed some of these. I don't think I showed all of these, but I showed. It's been a little while. I haven't been on a lot of the streams, but got some. I collect the Brazilian books, a lot of the Jaime Cortez and a lot of Zizo, Jose Ravelli Nito. But this is a Jaime Cortez cover. It's the dude like falling off the cliff.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, these are all painted. All the cool like Cortez.
What year is that? That looks like
Like late 50s.
This is 56. So.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, so Brazilian books, it's like in the mid 50s is kind of when their golden age starts, and it goes like kind of almost even to the 70s. It's like there was no comics code, so like this type of book, like that used to be around in like American comics, it kind of extended for them. But this is a Zizo cover. This is a Jose Ravelli Nito cover. There was a really cool heritage auction, this was on Comic Connect. And this was from Sky Ott's collection. Sky Ott, who is like the biggest collector of this stuff in the world. But check this out: this like two-headed monster with the knife.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say about that previous book that he's got that more realistic era, like around 56, 57, and that's kind of really ties into that.
That's really interesting. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. These it would be hard to find these like this. This is the only copy of this book, so that you wouldn't see it. But this one is one that I got. I bought this from a guy in Brazil. He sent it to the whole thing, and I sent it in. But it's restored. But it's a Saurus Macabras #7. It's this is another Cortez cover. It's the dude's in the casket, and his ghost is coming up to shoot the people.
I like that she's in a red dress too. That's good.
Yeah. So this is 1960. This one, but you can see, like you look at the back. The back shot was really cool. Like
the back's awesome.
It went from like you getting like raw to getting nice fresh slab books from. Do you have a different dealer now or?
No, that was raw when I got it. I slabbed it myself.
Oh.
I sent it in. Yeah.
So when you're doing this, are you getting like one of ones on the censuses and stuff like that?
Sometimes I'm getting what I can get, and I'm trying to get the coolest stuff I can get. And so like for that, I bought it. I bought it with some other books from one of the guys I know in Brazil, and that was cool. But this one is one that Jason and I talked about. This is in one of the books. Like there are the books you can get for Cortez, like these, like Macabras, and the other one is Terror. But one of the things that was in the book is this Class Goes to Terror #4. It's this cool cover. But this is signed Miguel Penteado, who was like he was like kind of trained by Cortez. But this is actually a collaboration cover between Penteado and Cortez. So, like I think Cortez did the face and the back's probably Penteado, but it's signed Penteado. But it is in the book. It's actually in the Cortez book as a Cortez.
That's great.
But yeah, really cool.
7.5 too. That is amazing for that.
Yeah,
for that.
You don't get them.
Yeah,
that
that's
high.
super high grade for the Brazilian.
And then just a couple other things. So this is one I showed back when it was raw, but this is not either of those guys. This is another guy named Nico Rosso.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he did this Historias Negras. It's this cool ghost. Cool. So like there's the guy being chained down, and the ghost is like got the sword about to behead him. So yeah, these are really cool. And, but then a couple other ones. This is a this is another Zizo cover, but this is Sobrenatural Presenta Historia de Terror, and it's this cool. He's like got these people. He's like slit their throat and draining their blood into a thing, and this weirdo dude is drinking their blood.
You and head draining, body draining books.
Just look, her boob's about to slip out too. That's what the hell is on the dude? Like a leaf? What the? Oh, it's a bat covering his dick. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a bat. It's just wild. These are all.
That's actually a good placement of the bat. I think that's funny.
You have a bat covering a bat.
The other one,
boy, guys,
the best one that I got.
Go ahead.
The best one I got from Heritage Comic Collect in the last auction. I had to pay up for this. Somebody was bidding on it with me. It's not even that great. It's a 1.5, but it's Almanac Clásicos de Terror. And this is a Cortez cover. And check this out. It's crazy. Wow. It's like this kind of dead-eyed girl and this monster guy. This guy in a wheelchair for some reason. And this guy and all this just crazy. Just Cortez.
That mid-60s maybe?
No, it's 1970.
Oh, 1970. Yeah,
that is a pretty book, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
almost has like movie poster vibes.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
later on Cortez. Look who just crawled. Look who just crept in the back, guys. Look at this guy.
Well, I had to eat my dinner, and I didn't want to do it on camera.
Oh, you're fine.
You kind of disappeared. I was like, what? What did we say that made?
Hey, a man's got to eat, you know.
Look at this guy too, Archivist, man. You're a gem, dude. I think we'll go to Archivist after I do the skip for him, and I want to see some Archivist stuff. So let's see. I want to do the bonsai. I've been itching to do. Hell yeah! All right. I'm a big Yokozuna fan, by the way. If y'all didn't know. Yokozuna was the best. All right, so I don't know what that is. Are you not able to talk, Alan?
Oh, sorry, I was done. I didn't want to hear. I was putting my books away, so I didn't want to disturb anyone.
No, I was muted for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
But I gotta go. I have to head out.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm kind of fading. I was fading like a while ago. Sorry, guys. I'm just tired.
All right, man.
Yeah, but we'll talk. I'll see you guys.
Your wife's gone and everything was good, and then you got fucking.
Yeah, I was working like really long days for all this week, so I'm just sort of burnt. I realized I was kind of fading today.
You're good, man.
But check out my claim sale on Sunday at 7:00. So if you guys can come, that'd be great. 7:00 Sunday on my channel.
We'll do.
Absolutely, man.
Bye, everyone.
Later. Well, dang.
They're dropping like flies, Biggie.
I know, man.
Oops. So I got some books here. I got some America's Best Comic.
Very nice.
I got for like I think $20 or $25.
What the fuck? Where do you get these fucking $20 books?
Well, this was a My Comic Shop auction, so it was just like
Jeez, oh
wow, very cool, man.
Got this in My Comic Shop auction for about $20 as well.
Wow, another cool book.
Comic Link. This is ridiculous. So I bid on a bunch of books, probably against Mike, maybe. And I was not going to win them at all. But there was one book that I won. I was the only bidder, I think. I got it for $20, but then it was another $20 for the the buyer's premium or whatever. So I got this Flash comics.
Wow, very cool.
It's beat to snot. It's got like 5 staples in here. It's
I love it.
But Flash 84.
What's that brown around his legs? What is that?
The bear.
Yeah.
Is it a bear? Really?
Yeah. So this criminal here is called the chameleon or the changeling. I'm sorry, and he somehow an accident allowed him to change into animals. He's the only one of 2 characters that the Flash killed in the Golden Age. So
does he kill him in that issue?
Yes.
How does he kill him?
A one and done. I haven't read it honestly.
Teaser.
I know.
We're
So I just got it.
Yeah.
Now I want to read it.
So I've got this Lightning Comics number I think it's 6.
Very cool.
So yeah, Lightning Comics. This was he was originally called Flash Lightning. Then they called him Lash Lightning because they didn't want to mess him up with this character. So then they just called him the Lightning. And then his arch nemesis, the Mummy, here is a mad professor. And he was in Ace Comics for 3 seasons or 3 volumes and about 12 issues. There's only 11 of these, I think, on the census. So yeah, pretty cool book.
Nice.
And this one was going to be really pricey, but the seller on eBay was selling it with this replica cover on the auction. So I get the sense that people thought, oh, this is a coverless book. I'm not going to waste my money on this. And so I got it for a fairly, this book usually goes for about $500 to $1,000. I got it for $250. So
wow, good job, man.
Thank
What
you.
the hell?
Then I got this Weird Tales. I've been trying to collect the Matt Fox. Matt Fox was one of the artists who did a lot of these kind of weird monster kind of covers, and late 30s, early 40s, I want to say. And so I'm trying to collect the all the ones that he did. So I've got like 2 other on the back shelf, but here's another one of those.
Wow,
nice.
And then I got one last one here to show. It's beat to snot as well, but I got it for like $125, and it usually goes for quite a bit more than that. It's
I love that comic, man.
Oh, you bitch! That's one I got.
Yeah, it's great. I think I probably saw yours. Biggie.
Oh man,
I love.
I have that one too.
That's right.
Yeah, but yours is a lot nicer. This thing is
very cool.
It's a crap.
It's the best, dude. Oh, mine's
it
trash.
great. It looks great. Don't even. I don't think.
Oh
it looks
yeah,
bad at
look
all.
at them collars on that thing. You kidding me? It's great.
I'll clean it up. So,
It looks
it
good in
does
the
look
slab
good.
too. Congratulations, man. That's one of the best war books, I'd say. It's like a
And who did the cover,
yeah,
Jason?
that's a good point.
They're saying it's Mark Bailey.
Huh.
Was that
Never heard
right?
of
Oh, no, Ogden Whitney. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I was waiting for it. Ogden Whitney. Ogden Whitney got dragooned into doing several of those. And also, I have the one with Hirohito with a hole in his shoe that was done by Craig Flessel, who did the Sandman.
Is that
But during the war? During the war, they would commingle around to do these patriotic and propaganda covers.
Very nice.
Dude, Bleeker,
Yeah.
you believe these guys just taking all my books, man? You know how hard it is to get a book.
Oh, I know how they are. I know how they operate. Don't you worry.
No, I got some way. No, I'm kidding. I'm proud of you, man. That's a sweet one.
Thank you.
Got the new Venom.
Very nice.
This is fun. This ain't a crappy cover. It's not a crappy story. I
Is he
enjoy
a
it.
superhero again, or what? What's going on with him now?
This guy started in the beginning of Death Spiral, and he's like the he's like Carnage, but Carnage is kind of attracted to him, and he's just like doing Carnagey stuff. I'd say he's just
Kind of like face design a little. I like that face design.
evil as hell. Yeah, this guy's evil.
It's all leading to that Queen in Black storyline, like because the Null storyline is really good. I don't like Marvel very much, but the new Null storyline, it's all going. What's her name? Hela is now the Queen in Black. It's like
That's
she stole Null's powers.
That's right.
Interesting.
This is fun. Deadpool got all the girls, and I think he fornicated. So I really like this black and white cartoony 20s Deadpool up here. I was hoping he was in the book, but I didn't see him.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so this is fun. I was I would have been mad if I didn't get that. And I got one of them Daredevil blind bags.
Yeah. Did you read it yet, Biggie? Or
I flipped through it. I didn't seem to really attract to it much. Was it good?
I like it. I mean, it's not. I think it has potential. I think, I like Stephanie Phillips and she's writing it, and I think it's good. It's not great.
All right. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was something I wanted to read, but I might check it out later.
There's a new villain. A new villain shows up.
Oh, is there a new villain? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I felt like I seen that. Yeah. So I've been showing this book quite a bit on my channel, but I can't get enough of the Showcase 34.
Nice. Congrats, man.
That is nice. I actually looked at that on eBay today, so sorry.
I don't think that the Atom gets the love that he deserves, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that looks
Well,
cool.
he's easily overlooked.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's a
You
good
got
one,
me.
Matt.
You got me.
It's a feather in my cap when people get books I got. So I'm just glad no one's got this one yet. So I can keep this one.
I like that book.
Okay. Well, there's a.
Are you gonna get it? Here you go.
Well, I kind of did, but not for me. So.
All right. No, you're good, man. All right. Let's put them on the spot. I like your haircut. You're looking good.
Well, the barber said, "Do you want to have it?" I said, "I want it short." He says, "How short?" And he says, "Do you want to be able to comb short, or don't have to comb it short?" And I said, "Don't have to comb it short." I didn't know what that exactly meant, but then I found out, and it's actually I do like it.
It looks great. I think you look a lot younger, honestly.
You can do it yourself. I do mine myself.
I got to get one of those 3-head,
Yeah, that's
like
what I have.
Antifreeze.
That's what I use. That's exactly what I use.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
You look like you might want to collect minerals, So
I'm sorry.
I said you look like you might want to collect minerals.
Minerals?
Sorry.
Mineral collectors are real rock stars.
Collect minerals.
Yeah, from Breaking Bad. Never mind.
Oh, by minerals. Oh yes. Okay.
I'm not even.
I always,
I
always think of Malcolm in the Middle because he was in the Malcolm in the Middle show, and then he turned into this drug dealer guy, this hard guy. It was sort of like, oh my god,
Yeah.
What number was that?
This is Black Cat Comics 29 from June of 1951. Lee Elias cover.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
Here's a good one.
All those early Black Cats are cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ruler.
Yeah.
That's some classic comic art right
They're those rulos are kind of hard.
Oh, she's a good swimmer.
What's your 2 cents on classic comic art? Do you feel like it still exists, or what? I seen you saying McFarlane in the chat. I didn't really get to it, but what's your 2 cents?
Well, the thing is that Chonko, you can't have it both ways because a classic artist is one that is emulated, and if you traditional and time will tell. So you say, how do we know what the time will tell? The answer is we don't know what the time will tell. But classic is classic. So, for example, Jack Kirby's influence continues. Mm-hmm. All right, maybe not Ditko as much, but definitely Jack Kirby's influence. Alex Schomburg is another one that, I mean, it's and a lot of these guys, I mean, Kirby and a lot of they just copied Alex Raymond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Hal Foster or what's the other one?
The question that was asked was artists that are working currently.
I know,
and it's easy. It's easy to go back into the golden age and to talk about artists that have been around for generations as classic. That's true. But what we were talking about was projecting.
I know, projecting.
So it's not both ways. It's not.
No,
it's not both ways at all.
I dig you. I do. I look slow, but I do pick up.
No,
quick.
I'm just saying when you said you can't have it both ways. I'm saying I wasn't.
Oh, that's a beauty. Space Ghost 1. Yeah.
Could an argument be made that classic art has a tendency to try to replicate like illustration? Like, so a lot of the early artists, comic book artists, were trying to, like you said, trying to copy those types of artists
because they were the most popular.
Well, they were also illustrators. first, and everyone was trying to like reach.
Well, not all of them were illustrators.
No, like Hal Foster and whatnot, or
well, Hal Foster started out, I think, working. I mean, he created Prince Valiant,
right.
And then King Features brilliantly said, "We don't want it." And he said that's fine. And they remitted later. It was the biggest mistake they'd ever made. You look at a guy that like some of the Disney artists, but of course they had a formula that they went with. And so you say, who is the Matt? Who is the duck? Who is the best duck artist?
Oh, that's Carl Barks.
Carl Barks. So is Carl Barks is emulated. So I think that over the test of time, if as far as my crystal ball, though, Chonko, to answer your question, I think that the people, I mean, that are still living now. Now, of course, you could argue that Steranko's still pitching. So he is older, but he's still pitching, and he copied. I mean, he is a fusion of different artists as well, but he makes it his own. It's like listening to Patsy Cline sing a cover of somebody else or the Beatles. They make the song their own. So in other words, you've got this emulation thing that's going on. And so I agree with what Matt Atkinson said, and that was that Alex Ross, as far as people looking from the looking back at a truly awesome artist, the paintings that he's done is amazing. And I mean, I can't think of anyone. I mean, do you say J. Scott Campbell? Do you say David Nakayama? Hell, do you say Shubina? But Shubina is also a derivative. She does it very much herself, but she has that clip art. She has that clip art 50s cocktail lounge look, which is very, very popular. True. I love it.
However, what I was trying to say was that it's easy because so like let's talk about Alex Ross. He's been working for 25 years. Easy to point. What we were talking about was projecting, and I think that's more challenging. So like when I brought up like Absolute Batman, the reason I was doing that is because it's already being homaged. There's like I know like 10 homages to that cover already, even though I agree it's not the greatest cover. That's what I was trying to say was you need to tell me what's coming up now, what's modern, that's going to be like projected 10, 15 years from now, rather than telling me about something from 2 decades ago.
Well, I confess that I am the newer artists as far as things that I aspire to go and chase after. I really don't. I mean, I enjoy David Nakayama. I like Shannon. I like Shannon's stuff. I like a lot of the Art Germ. I mean, there are a lot of guys artists that do beautiful, for example, like Good Girls stuff. As far as Superman heroic stuff, I'm probably not the right guy to ask because I am far more entrenched in earlier
I feel
artists.
like you collected a quite good bit of modern. You don't not have modern, though. You have a decent modern collection, though.
I do. And a lot of it's McFarlane. Because a lot of, I really have quite a few McFarlane books that it's just, his art is extremely distinctive. I guess you could say that McFarlane, he's already being emulated left, right, and center. Right. So, in that instance, I would say that McFarlane's is a pretty good candidate.
It's 30 years of McFarlane. I guess what I was saying was people were asking about projecting who is working. So like Gabriel Delato. Gabriel Delato has that Spider-Man.
Too dark.
That well, you could say that, but that's just your opinion. Like
no, it's true. It's my opinion. It must be true.
Right. Well, but like there's the Delato cover that's like it's like a $10,000 comic. So like there are people who are going to project like Delato or Jenny Frison or these types of artists.
Delato has a $10,000 comic?
Yes, there's that very rare Spider-Man where it was like it's like or maybe 8,000, but it's like up there. It's really up there it was really rare. Like from 6-7 years.
How many did he produce of it?
It was very, very limited. It was like 25 or something of that book.
I'm looking it up, guys.
Well, I'm looking at Jeff Jack's comment there, and it's true that when you look in European and Asian artists, we don't know. You get names like Marco Rota, who is the current Disney artist over in Italy who's like the Donald Duck guy, and he's the one that the rest of the continent is.
Well, Manara is good too. Milo Manara is wonderful.
Yeah, it's really great. Well, I guess it really comes down to like, I mean, everyone's going to have their own definition of.
Okay, thank you, Chonko. Hold on, bud.
Yeah, it's this one. It's the.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
Spider Island. This variant. It's
like a $30,000 book and a 9.8.
Oh, is it? Goodness gracious!
Yes.
Wow.
That's a 30,000. Not of my money. It ain't.
Well, it's extremely rare. I think that's
It's very, very, very rare. And guess what? You're shaking your head, but it's a liquid book because I've seen it pop up on Elite Comics 11 at least twice, and it sells immediately.
But is classic popular, or is it classical? Like, is it a skill set? So if we're going to skill set, I don't know if we could put Mark McFarlane in there, but if we were going like, you know, I mean, I think Delgado would probably go there. You know, Ross or.
I mean, it's a chance any of these modern guys could be emulated. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what I was trying to get to was who can we project who's like a newer artist where you're seeing so much. Like again, when I was at C2E2, the longest line out of everybody, that includes J. Scott Campbell and Ryan Otley, the longest line was Jenny Frison. And it wasn't even close. It was like a Disney line to get in line there.
I think Mr. Steal Your Wife's probably a good example.
Who did that cover, Steppo? Is that Kirby?
This is Kirby.
Looks like Don Heck or something.
Well, let me look and see here if it says.
Wow.
It's Kirby and Ditko both.
Ditko. Man, what a beauty. I love that monster, the blue, the green. Ah.
The 44 is one of the tip. You know, it's the first Wasp.
Oh, yeah.
This is a 9.4.
I got the 52. I got the Widow, but yeah, I know who that has that one too. Oh, dude, that's the first costume Ant-Man, right?
I like the perspective on that. I mean, all those Ant-Man books had like they all have this great perspective stuff going on, which is really fun to do as an artist. I'm sure.
I'll yank out some Golden Age books while I'm waiting my turn again.
Yeah, let's have a little
comic
party
issues in the chat. I don't know if do you guys watch his show? He had me on last week.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I watched that. That was I
did.
went back and watched the repeats. So
You said really nice things about me and Matt, and I don't think I have comic issues as familiar with me, but if not, I'm glad you're here because I did comment on his. It probably attracted. He couldn't find me on Instagram. He put SHACK, which is fine, but yeah, I'm good. I'm glad
I like
to
his
see you.
channel.
Brian's a good people. Yeah, he's really good.
Let me shout out Benny real quick. Benny Blanco from the block.
Benny.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. Let's see where we're gonna get Benny. Let's give him the old school. And you can see the 40 max in the back on that one. Shit. All right.
Yeah,
Anybody
he's
else
doing
want to
something different. Like that guy, his show is like it's like not showing comics at all. It's just really talking about your show, and I think it's a great idea.
I do too. I
honestly, after I watched that, I would like to have him on my show, and two, I'd like to be on his show.
There you go, for sure.
I think it sucks.
He's really
hey. You bastard, you.
You got a lot of people here who I know would come on, man, and you should invite some of the homies on.
I'll get you a wrench soon too. I have comic issues next time I get a chance. All the grays usually get blue over here, so I don't want to have you feel like you didn't get to express your opinion on the thing with the classical art. I'm gonna say one more thing. So when I think of classical art, I think of how like the long black lines with like Lou Fine and Ramita Sr., the Joe Kubert, the little thin little Penley legs kind of stuff. And that's what I picture as classical art. So whenever I say like, is there any new guys that can't do it? Alex Ross is a freaking magician. He reminds me of the old 40s ads you would see on the side of the wall. Like, here's a Coca-Cola. but he's still a little more statuesque. It's like bust up with him, you know.
Also, he's been doing work for 30 years, and as Chonko was pointing out, who's doing the modern stuff. And you know what? And as someone who doesn't really collect a whole lot of modern stuff, I think the fact that we're really struggling to really think of a really classic artist today. I mean, granted, classic, you know, is in the eye of the beholder. You know, time tells us who's going to be classic. It's hard to tell, like, you know, who's going to be classic tomorrow. But I feel like that the reason why it's so hard to figure that out is maybe because, you know, they're not putting out the kind of comic book that we're used to anymore. You know,
part of what I will say too is in the golden age, a lot of them were not credited. We didn't know who they were. Today, there is a plethora of new artists out there.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. I'm not saying it's not possible. Guys like Comic Tom seem to be able to do it, but it is really hard to keep track of how many artists there really are out there and how to keep on top of who the hottest one is.
Yeah.
I would have not seen Mark Spears, for example, had Chonko not mentioned to him, because horror is not my usual genre.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
and, I wanted to show
fair,
this real quick about to Biggie with the Kubert comment. This cover this year is a homage to the Overstreet cover of issue 5 way back in 1974. Joe Kubert did the original cover back then because he was the artist on Tarzan at the time, and Joe Kubert had the distinction of being the first artist to give a piece of original art to the Overstreet guy.
Oh, cool.
So I just thought.
I just wanted to just clarify one thing. Like, I agree. Like, classic really is people who have been working for a long time now. But what I was trying to say was, the question was, can we project who will be classic, you know, 15, 20 years in the future? That was what I was trying to say. Like, I'm not saying that Jenny Frison is a classic artist right now. I was just saying that's somebody who could be. Like, when you're talking about names of people who haven't worked for 25 years already, where, you know, like, if you're going to project. So I wasn't trying to say that is, like, obviously, when we're talking about golden age artists.
Talking Kubert, Adam Kubert has a good chance of being.
Oh, easily. Well, he is now. I would say now Joe Kubert is. I would not.
Not Joe Kubert, Adam Kubert.
Adam Kubert. Wait. Sorry. Yeah, maybe I'm misrepresenting. I think. I think there are a lot of people who've been working for many years right now. You can consider Alex Ross a classic, no question. Everybody I know would have been in their top 10 artists, you know, like, or
and here's another thing that I will bring up about today's artists. You have a lot of artists who are exclusively cover artists. They want to do covers because it's like it's easy. Whip off a quick cover, make a quick $500 or whatever, and move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
There's not many artists that you'll notice we're not talking a lot about artists who have a regular gig on a book.
I think that really hits on a point, like
it's a good point.
For sure. Yeah.
Let's talk about interiors right now. When you pull up a Marvel comic and you look at the interiors, it is dog shit. They're bad. Like, there's no backgrounds. It's just, it's mailed in. So it's like, are we gonna see that ever again?
I do want to point out that I think everybody's got a great eye for art, and Chonko is one of the best at seeing new shit and being like, "Hey guys, look at this shit." So
he's
point that out
for sure.
Oh my gosh!
Nice.
Is that what is that?
I don't know exactly what that is. It looks like a Spanish book.
It's from the newspaper El Sol, and it's a She-Hulk, but it's from their comic section that they sold, you know, for 25 whatever it is, Bolivar or pesos. And the artist on the cover is Kevin Nolan.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It's just an amazing.
Yeah, it's well done.
I like it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
And this one, of course, is the Michael Turner from Germany. This is the Panini.
That's the big one right there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. That's one of the big Michael. That's the big Michael Turner.
that's the bigger one than the comet asteroid coming down, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Those two would be the big ones, I'd say.
I want to thank Michael Turner for helping bring back Supergirl back, the real one.
Goodness gracious!
Yeah, that's
look at that.
Schomburg, right? That's great.
Gotta be.
Yeah, cool book.
You know,
Yeah, Schomburg.
Ditko kind of has that look in that book you showed the other day. He was kind of thick like that.
So
Captain
is
Strange.
Schomburg a classic? I'm kidding. Of course he is. Of course he is. Gooping around.
You got to admit, Schomburg really had legs.
Well,
contrary to popular opinion,
right. The thing that's funny is you guys said
really
that,
need another lecture from Steven. Come on now.
I'm not going to lecture. I will not lecture.
well, the thing y'all said that was interesting is like modern artists do covers only. Schomburg did a lot of covers only work.
yeah, that's true. That
Hey,
that's a
now,
good point.
look at
I'm
you.
just
But
saying.
Schomburg-
Oh, look at that.
Do a good interior.
Oh,
But
man.
Schomburg did a lot of interiors as well.
That's beautiful.
I
Bro.
mean, I'm not aware of any of
Nice.
his interior. Which ones? I'm sorry, but I'm just new to the game.
I'll
That's
get you
stunning.
some books.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I just heard the other day he did a bunch of covers. I didn't hear
No,
what.
you're right. You're right, Biggie. That's true.
Yeah, that is so cool, man. I love the like fire around them and stuff, man. It's like
Yeah.
It's the Red Blazer and Sparky, and you know what? And you know what the deal is with this? It's only the text story. You don't get to see the Red Blazer. All you get is these little knuckleheads, the boy heroes.
They should reboot this and call it all.
That's bullcrap.
Really great.
I've never seen
And
this.
you'll notice that the machine guns are pink. I mean the flamethrower is painted red, pink rifle. All the coloring mistakes that these colorists did to make it cartoony drove Schomburg crazy.
Well, yeah, he must have been mad as hell.
He did a lot of covers, Biggie, but apparently he also did some of the internal work for Captain America, Submariner, the Human Torch, and Timely.
Very, very, very little. He didn't do a lot of any of the interiors at all, but he did do a lot of the interiors for horology, astrology, the science fiction, little imagery on the inside, all the way through. His body of work is amazingly huge from all manner of different companies.
Those were like one panel things though, like interspersed with the pages, wasn't it?
He does interior art.
Yeah. Sorry. I
It didn't say how much. He said it
I'm
was
not
zero.
right facts. Let me pull my
airbrush.
glasses up. Sorry.
I
I got that. A really beat version of it. A very, very, very beat version of it.
But then again, too, you'll get artists like Jim Mooney, who never did covers, always did interior stories.
Mooney, I like to call him.
That's a beautiful book, Steppo.
Oh,
Thank you. That was one of the very first Schomburg covers I ever bought.
that's a great book right there.
Right.
All those America's Best comics are so nice. That's definitely one of my Grail books right there.
It's so funny how during the war, the Soviet Union was our
Yeah.
best buddy, and then 2 seconds
No,
after-
they were never our best friend. They were a means to an end. They were never our friends. Stalin and the Russians were never our friends.
Yeah, but
Never, not ever. The only thing was that they were essential because if we were coming in, he required that we come in through France because he was getting his ass handed to him on the Eastern Front. I mean, it was a meat grinder. You know, he had 5 guys chasing the one guy that had the rifle. And then when the guy with the rifle died, the next guy got the rifle. I mean, it was just unbelievable. It's the waste of life.
Yeah.
And the problem was with Stalin, he was afraid that some military advisor would be able to take his power. So he killed all of the generals he had before the war. And he killed them clear down to the level of sergeant
Yeah, huge.
and their families.
Huge.
And so then when the war came, who do they have to run the thing? No one. So that's why they had so much problem, because all the commanders that were worth a damn, Stalin snuffed them. It's just the history is just.
Biggie, you see Wolverine by birth in the chat.
That was great.
20 memberships. Holy smokes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Wolverine by birth. We'll get to you in a moment, and I'll show
Oh, go ahead. Give him his props.
All right, yes, sir. Wolverine by birth. Sincerely, thank you. I haven't seen you in the channel, so that's very nice of you, man. Let me introduce you to the New World Order, brother.
Don't forget, when you're NWO, you're NWO for life. Too sweet.
Thank you so much, man. We're at 168.
Nice.
Wow.
It's massive, bro.
You know what?
It's the
Branded
Biggie Army, all right.
branded channels can't receive free gift memberships. You guys heard about that?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Branded channels can't what?
Can't receive free gift memberships for some reason.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah.
Which channels can't?
Channels that are considered quote unquote branded. Usually these are channels that are commercial or that they are so old that they were tied into Google Plus at one point. And so, yeah, if for whatever reason you're on a branded channel and you see these free gifts flying around, you may not get one because of that.
This one is a particularly interesting Green Hornet cover by Schomburg. You got the gal going to ride the Blockbuster down onto the Buy Bonds Now parade. You've got the Japanese saboteurs, left, right, and center, and they've set fire to the building. And I don't know if you can make it out, but there are guys falling out of the window. See the guy? They have these guys falling out of the window.
It's classic Schomburg too. He's like labeled the bomb.
He labels everything.
Yeah.
And in English, all the Japanese guys, they say bomb shelter, pillbox. They go, what do you mean? I can't read.
The publisher is like, what is taking him so long? Why can't he get a book of them?
Now, this is another great Green Hornet cover by Schomburg where they're faking the sinking of a ship. So they're filming it for propaganda. He signs it down in the corner. But Schomburg is so detail-oriented. He said, well, how are they going to drain the tank? He put a faucet handle with a hose onto the tank. So we don't have to worry about how they drain the tank. It's just Schomburg.
Imagine being 10 years old in 1943 or 44 or whatever, and like seeing this level of detail on one book, and then you have whatever, like the Funny Animals book next to it. Man, I'm definitely going to go for the one that's got all.
Now this is not Schomburg, but it is Schomburg-like.
That is great. Wow.
Nice.
This was done by a guy named Don Gardino.
Oh, God.
Excuse me, Dan Gardino.
Dan Gardino's worse than Gil Kane.
What's your deal, man?
Actually, Biggie, I found 2 Gil Kane covers that I really like today.
I bet you did.
Oh, it's classic.
Yep.
Got them hemmed up in there, 2 of them. What is that? Like the spaceman going to
Yeah,
get
like
them?
a ray gun at their face.
No, it's poison.
Wow.
They're basically they're poisoning these guys, and then Torch and Toro are coming in and solving the problem.
As they do.
Like you do.
Mm-hmm.
This one is particularly historic. I'll tell you why. It's near the end of the war. And by this time, in Poland, when they had the meeting where Hitler was blown up. And so Schomburg, who is very timely on this, has Hitler with a crutch because it hammered him pretty good. They killed a bunch of people, too, with piano wire up the neck, everything else. But there's Goebbels, and here's a sight gag. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yeah. Nice.
Schomburg had a sense of humor.
I liked your timely pun, by the way.
This book was in a drawer in a guest house in Lake Tahoe.
Wow.
And the people were, it was a family thing. And they were cleaning it out because they hadn't been there for a long time, and they found this book and brought it to my guy, and it just all it did was it just sat in a drawer for all that time. It's a Hitler cover. The Hitler's up there in the corner there with Goering. And again, yellow helmets and green costumes.
I wonder if somebody who was colorblind did that because the green flag.
You know, I would love to see a collection of just Steamroller comics, like because there were so many of those in that era. It would just be.
Well,
great.
Schomburg did a bunch of them.
Yeah.
He loved that. I've got that. I have that Black Terror where he's got he's got the steamroller.
Yeah,
I mean, the road roller outer. And he's going over the Japanese, and they're all getting squished underneath it like bugs.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
That's pretty, man.
Yeah, that's great. Those Speed comics, they don't get the respect that they really deserve, I think.
People have caught on to them.
Okay.
Sadly.
Darn.
Schomburg also loved the science because he's very science fiction oriented, very forward looking. He had the one with a television in 1944. You know, he's got a giant television set, color television set.
Yeah.
Jet aircraft had not really started, and yet he's got these guys flying in jets.
Oh, wow. Holding on to them. Drones, really, if you think about it.
See, they've got little stirrups in the back like you can steer these things, and they got machine guns in the front and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
Not a great cover?
Like Rocket Man or something, yeah.
And then, of course, the airbrush.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are my favorites. That's my favorite era for Schomburg.
It took me a while to come around. I didn't like them at first, but
You didn't like them?
No. I like the cartoony stuff.
Are you all right?
I know.
Are you an artist of some sort?
I like what I like. I'm sorry. But I like them now. I like them now. That's the important thing. So.
Do you know the thing I love about this Schomburg again? He used the door handle off of his Buick.
Oh, that's great.
For the car door of the spaceship.
I mean, it needs a handle. How else are you going to get in? You know?
He says it works, you know. So he's just driving, and you look at the upholstered seats in the back.
Yeah, that's great.
You know,
it's got a steering wheel.
It's an old Buick.
You know, how does Batman unlock the Batmobile? It always seems like he's just jumping in.
That's great.
Yeah, it's this one.
Great. Beautiful book.
Jason, I pulled these up because I know you like standard Nidor.
Yeah.
I don't have. So I thought I would show what I got.
Well, I respect that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Pyro Man. All right.
Poison go into reservoir. Oh, it said poison on bottle. And of course, all these guys will be wearing full uniform. No one will notice.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to head out. I'm starting to.
Yeah. All right, Matt, man.
All right. Happy
Guys,
Easter, Matt.
Thank you for coming on.
I'll see you
Later,
on
Matt.
Sunday, Jason.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
See you, Big Matt.
Real quick, here's one of the two Gil Kane covers I wanted to.
Oh, those are great. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that, Matt. I don't know if I ever got the invite for the show on.
I haven't set it up yet.
Okay.
That's why.
Fair enough.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
All right, bro.
Good night, Matt.
He's coming around. Dan, you must have like 200 freaking Alex Schomburg going on. Or something.
I started collecting in 1988 on these, and it was to the exclusion of everything else. I mean, literally everything else. And so, but these books like this were like $35, $40.
You mopped up. So it pays to be kind of picky, I think. I think we all got our like ways, right? And you definitely went down a rabbit hole. And
I went down, and I'm still kind of stuck in it too. 'Cause, I mean, there are still some Schomburg, but I've got a pretty good. I'm sort of doing other things now. This is a Graham Ingalls cover, and quite expensive now.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I've bid on that before, but I've always been outbid.
Look at that ghoul, man. Whoa. In that body position. That's like what I mean by classic comic art. That is crazy.
Right.
And Graham Ingalls was quite good. He did a lot of work in various companies. He's a very good artist, and he's really good at drawing girls. You'll notice that the way the handcuffs are is that it's a wooden board.
Yeah. Well, death is old school, you know. So
he hit about every avenue he could on that one cover.
Yeah.
The girl, the superhero, the
perspective, all that. Yeah.
This is a great one too.
Mm-hmm.
That header is
Kind
cool.
of a Mexican standoff, but you know, need one more gun, I guess.
The only thing on this cover is
this guy's name is Lance Lewis. Lance Lewis.
That's how they spell it out in the comic too, Lewis.
it always looks like she's got hairy armpits to me.
A little bit.
That's hot.
Oh no, it's just the angle. It's so that it's the musculature.
I know when you
She did shave this morning. I think she did.
That's like that the crystal ball one as well that Schomburg did. He has a.
I traded that. I have another copy, but it's anyway. You have to do what you have to do to get some books.
That's fair.
This one's been used quite a bit on trade papers and stuff too.
No parachute. Yeah.
Who needs a parachute? She has Lance Lewis. I mean, it isn't like there's a hamster underneath there.
A long way
Okay?
to the earth, though.
Look at the perspective of this.
Yeah, that's great. It's
And
wild.
always Saturn. If you guys always notice, there's always going to be Saturn because it's the most interesting.
Get the rings.
Here we go.
Wow. So now people are talking about the fact that he draws characters big, but that's a trope of World War II, and you know, like if you look at Uncle Sam, he's always a giant in everything he's in and propaganda work, you know. So it's propaganda work. He's not necessarily drawing quote unquote giants, I don't think. You know?
But he bends proportion because they are bigger than life heroes against true evil is what it is. And you'll notice up the beach there are 2 more landing craft he's already destroyed. And all those dead bodies in the water.
Yeah.
Schomburg was great.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make you a little bigger. I'm not getting it as much as I'd like.
Oh yeah, Reaper. And
Oh, that's
Remember
the one we looked at.
remember
Yeah,
I told
dude.
you about this, Biggie? And
Yeah,
you
that's
looked
the
it up?
first. Yeah, I wonder.
those are
What number
hard
is
to
that?
find.
That's
Number
not
1.
his first. Oh, it is number 1. That's right. Okay. I was
super
fighting
hard,
against it.
super hard to find.
That's a crazy looking copy too. That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Shit, I looked at all the images. They didn't have one that nice when I looked
Look at the corners on that sucker. Crazy. Yeah.
What a great character. Now, who was we saying that he was kind of doing like copying a little bit, maybe?
The Destroyer, because what it is that this guy was a student in Paris when the Nazis marched in, and they went after the students, and he got chucked into a concentration camp, and they beat the hell out of him. But then he was like, Arbeit macht frei. Then they had moving the rocks and crushing rocks and all this other stuff, and instead of him becoming emaciated, he became incredibly strong to the point where he basically escaped. And then he said, I'm going to make him pay. And that was his motivation. And so then he got this costume and then terrorized the Nazis, killing them left and right. That's the Grim Reaper.
It's that's interesting. Oh wow.
You don't see a lot of these.
No, you don't. He's just you just never see them.
Nope, sure don't.
Oh, that's great.
That's why I say that I think Steppo has more superhero golden age than Alan.
Yeah,
Probably true.
Yeah.
Well, I have more Schomburg. I mean, he's got a lot more stuff. I mean, I don't have as many, but I'm kind of fussy. This is the Ohio copy of this one.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Man,
great.
look
I
at the
love that. I
colors.
love that.
The color strikes on the Ohio books was really good.
Man.
I bought this in 1996 when I was at my only San Diego Comic-Con, and a guy named let's see, Secret Origin, who was the what was the Sandman's secret identity?
Oh shit!
I don't know. It's
I don't know his name, but I'm not that damn smart. I can look it up.
Anyway, but that's his name. Anyway, it was his part of it. Harley E had the other half, and he was complaining the entire time that Harley had screwed him over. He was holding court at his table, but he had a bunch of beautiful stuff. And I was the first table I went to. And
is it Wesley Dodds?
Yes, Wesley Dodds. Yeah. So, but the Dobbs was the name of the guy that had these.
I like that.
So I shot my entire budget right there.
Oh wow!
I mean, I didn't have to go any further, and I knew that if I went away, and I came back, stuff like this would all be gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it just sort of happened that way.
Do you know?
But this is just. I mean, she's on the gigantic pulsing pole with rainbow colors.
Right.
By the way, Steven, you know how I talk about the girl I used to date who watches all of our streams, and her name's Brittany. She had to put her dog to sleep tonight, and she's watching to comfort herself.
Sorry, Brittany.
And she just texted, "I love Steven. He is a treasure." She's watching you right now.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. You know, but I've been there too. And all I will say is this, is that, you know, you could keep them longer, but it isn't fair. You have to be fair to the animal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I cried. I mean, for a day, I was wiped out. I lost my golden retriever, and we had to bury my mother the same day.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't worth much for the next week or so. I just was devastated. But I do know the feeling, and my prayers to you. And I'll tell you, one thing you can do is take a walk, tomorrow, and watch spring, and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
She just texted me as you were talking. I love him.
Oh, thank you. This is one that was always really tough to get. Very, very tough to get, and I bought two of them.
Wow.
Do you know of any collectors who are as big of Nidor nerds as I or you? Are there any? Are there any bigger, big collectors that you know that exclusive, or not exclusively maybe, but have a huge Nidor collection? I guess.
The only person I know that was going crazy for them was me.
Okay.
And I was very fortunate because everybody was focusing on Timely.
Yeah.
And so they said, "Oh, I want the Timelies," And so I was picking up the Harveys, which are like the all new. Those are Harveys. So Schomburg is going between and then I have Harvey with the Green Hornet. Those are Harveys.
Yeah.
So you had Harvey.
Yeah.
You had and you had MLJ too, because he did a cover for on the Shield on Pep Comics.
Yeah.
So he went through all of these. So you'll find Schomburg covers all over the place.
It wasn't like you were following Nidor necessarily. It was that you were following Schomburg. Okay.
I was following, and I was very happy to buy the standard Nidor. Was my primary thrust, because I could buy, a bunch of Schomburg books, war covers, for a lot less, and people hadn't quite tumbled to it, but I did.
Right.
So
I know Mike Nolan. I think he wrote a number of fanzines in the early '70s, but other than that, I don't know anyone who's as big of a collector.
Very cool.
I don't show these very often.
Another good one.
I love those Thrillings. There's some really good covers in there.
Super bright.
Mm-hmm.
Now I start fighting Yank.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's the one I got one of.
This is
You have
the
that,
first
baby?
Schomburg cover.
I got the last
Oh
issue.
wow.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Now,
great.
how are we going to find how do we know these guys are Nazis? Let's see. We got a yellow tie with red swastikas. We got a guy in full dress costume.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Nazi guy with the monocle and the fencing scar from Nuremberg or wherever it's from, like they all do. And then they got this giant torpedo with a gigantic swastika on it. I wonder where those guys are from.
He's hitting
I
a
just
guy with
love it.
another guy. He's gonna beat
Yeah.
a guy up with another guy.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
This is one of the ones that was printed later in the print run as the inks were starting to go, and Standard Nidor is famous for this.
Yeah, because they early on, while working on these books, I can tell you that a lot of these Nidors were triple dipped in ink, so they must have hit the early books hard and then just kind of let them, fade out.
They let the thing run out. I mean, it's just a stupid comic book.
Yeah.
This is one of the very first fighting inks I ever bought. I just love this cover.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Jeez, it's so brutal.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Japan, USA, Suicide Squadron. Why do we write it in English? Here is an atrocity cover, and this is one of the tropes that Schomburg would do, is he always would have these branding irons.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd always have a brazier going. They'd always have one or two, one ready to go, and the Japanese would always have chrysanthemums, and the Nazis would always have the swastika. So this is a recurring trope, and she's already had her top ripped open and stuff, and they played with her, and now the guy's going to brand her right on her boob.
Yeesh.
Them atrocity committing skunks, and then you got that guy with a knife in his and every corner. You see, he always gives you every little corner of the cover. He gives you a little vignette to work with.
Yikes.
Carl Burgos, I think, had a thing for branding irons as well. So you see a lot of those in his work too, I think. Wild stuff.
I love his perspective covers, and there's, for example, you got an American plane shooting down the Japanese plane up above.
Wow.
You've got them in the Americans coming across the suspended bridge, this bamboo bridge, that these guys are trying to cut the rope and everything else. I mean, it's just busy and amazing.
Yeah, to answer that question, Jeff, that was mostly his airbrushed work that he signed at Zila.
He signed at Zila for fun because it wasn't trying to hide from anything or to disguise, because it was Standard Nidor stuff, and he was working for Standard Nidor right from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he just I think it just pleased him, which is of course Alex backward, as Susie says.
Right.
Good job, Susie. That was very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's a good punch.
I love books with this kind of
A little action to
with
it.
this sort of theme to it. This sort of
Well, you got the
Cultist
KKK
theme.
guys over
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
with their purple gloves in
Yeah.
attendance for the ceremony, and then you got the hooded guys, and then you got the big kahuna,
Mm-hmm.
and here she is with her metal brassiere.
Yeah.
Got to be comfortable.
Yeah, blonde Sonya here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the Schomburg gal. That's what we always call her. What's going on with the Schomburg gal? This is quite a famous one.
Oh yeah.
Where he goes into the palace and ties up Hirohito.
Yeah, that gets snatched out of my hands every time I look at it on eBay. I'm always so close to getting it and then gone. It's a popular book.
This one, I think is linked to the Schomburg to the Lindbergh baby kidnapping.
Oh, I know the one.
Because here is the little boy. The guy climbed the ladder and took the little blonde, beautiful little kid with his toy.
Yeah.
And he caught him.
Damn.
You can often find this fairly definitely not in this condition, but on eBay, you can usually find this pretty beat up for a decent price.
Nice looking copy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
What a hell of a time. That's probably one of the only comics that has that kind of theme.
They called it plain. This is one of my favorites too.
Yeah,
she's in her lingerie, and the guy wants to holding the gun on her for her jewelry and stuff, and she's got her white bra on and everything.
Is that one of the better Good Girl Fighting Yank?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fighting Yank 21. This is a very difficult book.
This is when the little kids who were reading the World War II books had grown up a little bit, you know, and
right.
Where's the Japanese in the tank?
Right.
No, I'm looking at the girl in the room.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Give me that blue beetle. Give me that
Mom. I'll be right out.
You're just pulling these out of his little corner thing. Is that just because you got the box by you, or is that where you keep it?
No, I just pull them out of the air. No,
Okay.
I pulled the box out of the safe.
Yes, that makes more sense. Okay. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
That's another
Right
good
in the
one.
ear.
Good girl.
He always punches him in like the back of the head.
He whacks
No,
him
it's
real
the
good.
teeth too. You'll always see the teeth going.
Why couldn't Buscema do this shit? You know, like I love
'Cause this is
Buscema,
Alex
but
Schomburg.
Yeah, Schomburg throws a good punch, man. Yeah.
This is a really lush cover. This is a double cover.
Wow.
How is it? Wow.
You're welcome. I have
That's amazing.
comic
Even
issues.
that
I
cover's
got one.
amazing. The
Yeah.
front cover's amazing.
I like how her pajamas are fairly sheer, you know. So.
Right.
I never noticed that before.
Oh, of course not.
Do you notice the perspective though?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Off the side of the building, or
Yeah, because you got you have the church down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you can go around the corner on that thing. It's a little round building.
Here I'm going into some Mile Highs now.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
This is a Mile High.
Wow.
He's just saving the plane.
Mm-hmm.
But every Mile High looks just fantastic.
Yeah.
We were talking about the road grader. Here's
Yeah.
one of them.
There you
Wow.
go. Yeah.
That's a big book.
It's just like the cartoonish Tom and Jerry, like.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, Tim is having a great time driving the thing.
Hey, he's only 15. He's got to do something, you know, whatever.
14.
14, yeah.
And druggist Bob Benton
Yes.
Inhaled the formic ethers.
Yeah, I like how in their first appearance he's like, "You idiot!" to poor Tim, who's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know what I did." He calls him an idiot, like literally in the book. I'm like, "All right, calm down, Bob. It's okay."
Here's another Mile High.
Wow,
that's great.
They're all like flawless.
Yeah,
he took good care of his books.
Yeah, legendary collection.
This one's not a Mile High, but it's a very nice copy.
Nice.
Here is another Mile High.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any of the Edgar Church books in your collection?
That's what these are.
Yeah.
Oh, those are those are Edgar Church.
The Edgar Church Mile High. The Mile High, it was Mile High Comics with Chuck Rosansky got them.
That's right. Okay.
And the name of his store was Mile High, but it's the Edgar Church collection.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little confusing, but they were always called the Mile Highs, and then later they wanted to put the name to the guy that actually did it, who was Edgar Church.
Okay.
It's a clean one.
These were like $175 a throw.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
Nice.
And that was double guide. No, understand that was expensive. This was in 1988 that I got these. 88, 89. I've had them a long time. That's the only way I could have got them. I mean, but I was in the right place. This is the thing. You're in the right place at the right time, and you have an opportunity, and you have to seize it. Carpe diem. You have to seize the opportunity, even if it hurts, because 6 months later you go, God, I'm glad I did that, because now they're gone. I tried to buy. Steve Jeppe got the Catman Mile High collection. Did I told you this story?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I don't remember.
No, I heard the Catman the other night, not this.
I tried to buy it, And they kept putting me off from Diamond International Galleries. Well, that's Steve Juppie's books. I said, well, I saw they're for sale. Are they for sale? Well, let me I'll have to talk to Steve about it. So all this time passed. I called a guy named Joe McGuckin. That was the guy that was with him, Joe McGuckin. I'll never forget the name. With a name like McGuckin, how can you forget?
Right.
So anyway, he called, and at the time, I used the guide, and I figured out what it was double, and actually added another like $4 or $5 grand, and it came to like, I think about $17,500 was what it came to back then. And I was prepared to offer that, which was full market value. He wanted $35,000.
Wow.
And so I said, well, I can't, I don't want to be buried in these.
Yeah.
I mean, now you look back, but back then you didn't know, and it weren't Schomburg. I mean, a couple were,
right.
But it was Quinlan instead, which I've grown to like Quinlan, but he ain't Schomburg. This is not a Mile High, but it's a very unusual one. Another Suicide Squadron plane. But Schomburg said, well, I can't see the skull and crossbones because his chest is down. Let's put it on his back.
Yeah. I have this, but mine's missing a centerfold and it looks terrible. It's a great book though.
That is the war covers are tough. Here is the robot cover. This is another Mile High.
I have that.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
I'm going to repair mine here. It's currently sitting in a restored grade, so it's going to get bumped. But that's...
You'll notice the red sparks and blue sparks at the knees.
Yeah.
And the clockwork mechanism popping out of his chest. And Tim, his name is Tim Rowland. He must have had very tolerant parents. Because the kid's gone for days at a time, hanging out with some guy.
I don't know if the robot's even in the book, to be honest.
I don't think it is.
This is honestly probably my favorite Nidor book. I love
It's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim has a bat, a hardwood bat with nails in it. He's going to brain this. He's going to brain Luther, right?
Yeah.
Here's another airbrush.
Yeah.
The Rhino cover. He goes, it's the Rhino cover. I said, okay, it's the Rhino cover. Well, the horn, the rhino horn, the horn rhino thing, right?
Yeah.
I said, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
It's Rhino cover.
Well, Frank Thorne used that quite a bit in his unicorn cover books too, so.
Zila.
You get it? Yeah, we get it, Frank.
You don't have to beat it so hard. Here's another.
That's great. So, is there a? Are you on a list for for these Edgar Church books? Like, is there like a? Because I know there are people who try to track where all the Edgar Church books are at. That's Black Terror 1. Nice.
This is Black Terror #1. All these are also Mile Highs, and I believe that this cover was not done by Schomburg. I think it was done by. Had his name. I'll think of it.
It's
not Hassan. It was I can't think of it. Anyway.
It's not Wexner, is it?
No, it's it'll come to me.
Okay. I have that. But...
And this is the first Schomburg.
The first Schomburg ever?
No.
The first Black Terror in the title.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
That's pretty sweet.
Great.
Yeah,
That's great.
It's really nice.
Another Black Terror, and they're a Mile High.
Very nice.
And Tim isn't wearing his mask.
Wow.
Incidentally, you'll find all of these Mile Highs that I'm showing you in the Gerber Photo Journal.
Oh, okay.
These books were owned by Ernie Gerber.
You might want to contact or check out Edgar Church's Basement, which is a podcast that discusses Edgar Church books, but not just Edgar Church books, but high end Golden Age stuff. It's really good.
He's got a great channel. It's a good channel.
He's got 2 YouTube channels. It's that one and you know the other name of the other one, Jonko?
Oh,
is it something like I don't remember. No.
I
I know
don't.
the guy.
It's all just comics. It's all just comics. I think.
Yes, you're right. It's all just comics.
So, yeah, he decided to sell the Exciting Run and the Black Terror Run,
Okay.
and my dealer guy got them.
Okay.
And he wouldn't break them up. He said, if you want one or both, but you got to buy all of them.
You might want to talk to him because I'm sure he'd love to interview you or at least talk to you about your books. Because, I mean, you have legendary status. You know, obviously.
I do.
He's got a good.
These
channel.
I just
Yeah, I can't tell when you're sarcastic or.
I fixated at the time, and it was in
Hey,
my
everybody.
running years, and I didn't
What's up,
have
Matthew?
any other real vices.
Yeah.
Really, I collected cars for a while, but it was not like comics. Comics was,
Hey,
you
Rich.
know,
Yeah, no. I mean, I would collect comics over cars or Rolexes or so.
well, let's not lose our head.
Go, Rich.
Yeah, I love your Black Terror, Stephen.
Thank you.
No. He was talking. No, yeah.
These flying bomb things that are red and stuff.
You might as well
Schomburg
read
really
that.
dug this.
Yeah.
He
What?
saves the jet. He throws the jet. He has the missiles like a jet. Yeah, man, might as well, right?
Yeah. Was this a real thing or was this just something?
No, it's not a real thing.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like some secret German, like end of the war kind of prototype weapon.
No, these are flying torpedoes, and they're strong enough that they drive them with the levers that don't make any sense whatsoever. But Schomburg puts all the levers in, and he said that drawing the black costume was very, very difficult to do because of all of the side embellishments to make it look good.
Yeah.
And he was extremely meticulous in his work, and he sweat the details. And so the Black Terror's costume was always, he said, was really hard. It took a long time to make it right, and he wasn't satisfied. I have his last commissioned artwork, which is that Red Skull piece that has the Timely Gals, and it took him a very, very long time to get it just right. Because he was basically dying at the time. He was in his late 80s, going into his 90s when he was doing it, and it was supposed to be for anyway. This was the one. This was the cover. This was the book that made me go for the Black Terror run rather than the Exciting Run.
I have that too, but it's beat the snot. I wonder if McFarlane felt the same way about Spider-Man and was like, let's go with the red and blue. This black outfit is too hard to do.
Here's another. All of these are Mile Highs. This one is another flying bomb, right?
Yeah.
Shit almost looks like it's gray. It's so like white and in between. That's a weird pearly white collar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that doing it to y'all's eyes, or is it just me?
Oh, there's definitely the coloring is great on it, honestly. I mean, the light blue with the white on it. Yeah.
Here they made them dig their own graves to then execute them.
Sounds about
That's
right.
nuts.
He's the king of the hook, dude. Like them wind up punches he gives. Holy
Yeah.
There's always teeth coming out somewhere.
the wind up. Look at that. Full attention, smack.
Good follow through. Yeah.
Oh man.
I have this one actually. I've got slab.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's not as nice as this, and I've got this mine has the stamp on it. What's the comic
Bonnets.
Bonnet. I have a bonnet stamp on this one.
I wish I could. I would have loved to just steal that thing in the day.
The stamp?
Can't you just put a big B and just stamp it on the back of the book? No, let's take this. Wham!
Yeah.
When I went there a couple of weeks ago, and they were telling me that people come in all the time asking to have their books stamped by Bonnet, and I'm like, why don't you? You could charge for this,
Right.
That's crime cover. This is still Mile Highs. This is the last World War II cover. This is crazy. This is a crazy cover. You've got a giant color television with the professor guy.
Yeah.
You got the little kids, like little boys over here, smiling. Gee, what fun! And they're killing Japs.
Yeah.
And he's screaming.
Yeah. no one really had a TV at this point, really. I mean,
They didn't have giant color televisions.
Right. Well,
but
sure.
Schomburg could see it, you see?
Mm-hmm.
So the next two are very interesting. They're color studies, especially. This one is all green.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And the next one is kind of a pinky red, one right after the other.
Yeah, that's a great book.
Nice.
Very cool.
One of his better post-World War books for the Black Terror.
Very cool. Yeah. For some reason I'm
There's one coming up that I think that's really funny. I'll show you.
The flamethrower.
That's a nice one too.
Now this cover, he went much more character centric. He's kind of went away from Has Busy and then concentrated on the character. So there's a lot more work done on the character here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just great covers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome
attention
books.
to the quality. Yeah.
This one's not a Mile High, but it's just a nice copy.
Mm.
Really cool.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Plastic Death. I like this one too, where it's not, but it's a perspective. You get a whole landscape clear back into this lake, and there's boats on it.
Yeah.
The road's coming through, and he's coming down, and he's crashing down right into the aircraft to get him.
That's one of the first Black Terrors I got. Yeah, like that.
And the guys are wearing masks in the plane.
Yeah,
because you never know who's going to see them in the plane.
Yeah, right.
They got to make sure. They got to make sure. This is the one that's so funny. So, the secret identity is a big thing. You have to have a good secret identity. Don't want anyone to know. Millions of plots. He's going to find out him the Black Terror. So the Black Terror is trying to keep it on the low down, okay? So on his door, it says the Black Terror with the logo.
Right.
He has a Black Terror lamp.
Mm-hmm.
He has a Black Terror blanket. How did the guy figure out he was there?
Mm-hmm. Seems like a frame job to me, but okay.
I don't know, man. Isn't that cool?
That's great.
And he'll do stuff. He put the acorn on top of the headboard. See that finial?
Yeah.
That's just, and he put it down on the footboard too. That's Schomburg does that stuff.
Huh.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, here's the one you were talking about. This is not the Mile High either. It wasn't there. But this is my copy of this one here.
Oh yeah.
She got hairy armpits.
That's what we're talking about.
Is that all you guys talk about?
You guys are going to piss
I'm
out.
beginning to worry about you.
Rich right away. Tuned into it. Yeah.
That's the second time that's happened, but
Yeah.
I can see what
The thing about this that's interesting is that she's kneeling on nails.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I feel like we've seen this book before. Am I tripping?
Well, Alan bought my copy.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah, he bought my. I had a 6.0 and slab, and it became
I'm
part
talking
of
about
my.
like with you earlier tonight. Is there a cover that's similar to
There
that
was
one?
we saw another one with a hairy armpit cover. That,
Yeah, it was the earlier
it was
one.
Vila one, yeah.
It didn't look as pronounced as that one though.
Yeah,
No.
that one looks much more.
No, that's one of the few covers where he's carrying a
Can't
gun.
she buy some blades? Come on.
Right.
He has quite a few of these ones in the carnival.
Yeah.
Where he must have liked the circus because he does tend to go there.
Who doesn't love the circus? I mean, come on.
Who doesn't love the circus? There you go.
Back then.
Good time.
We'll
Good
miss
time.
the circus. Drains clogged. This is not a Mile High, but it's a cool one. She's got all of her junk on, and the guy's trying to rob her.
Yeah.
And they had to sell sex too, man. They're like,
Yeah.
ain't just Black Terror. There's some sexy ladies.
Here's another Black Terror that's a Mile High. Face study down here below.
So how was his luck with all these ladies? Did he turn?
Well, it's the same gal. It's the same gal
He
for
had-
him. Yeah, it's the
was she
same
a
gal.
reporter? Or no, she worked for the government or something, right?
Yeah, she was hooked up somehow. It's the thing was that when the Black Terror came, all the good jobs were taken. The billionaires, the newspaper
Reporters.
guys, the radio guys, All right. So what was left? Let's make him a druggist. Okay. So how does he find out about crime? He listens to what Mrs. Arbogast is saying when she's buying a jar of Vicks Vapor Rub on aisle 4. I heard there's some problems down at the sawmill. Really? Come on, Tim, let's go. And you know what they would do? They would ride on a bicycle built for two to go get them.
Yeah.
The Terror Twins, they called them.
Isn't it like literally the first story? It's like bad guys discussing their plot as they're walking past him, or something to that extent. And I'm like, okay.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Couple more, then I'm done. This is not a Mile High, but just a nice copy.
How do you know which ones are the Mile High ones? You have them.
Because I know.
Okay. No, all
right. I've had them 30 plus years. I know my babies, I can tell you.
Okay.
Jason, he folds the corners over on them.
Yeah.
He was doing this by himself.
I keep them in a box.
Black mark on them.
This is a Mile High.
So, interesting thing about this book, there's a Brazilian copy of this in Otero Negro, not the horror Otero Negro, but there's an earlier Otero Negro that it copies this cover and one other cover.
Wow!
Roll it up again. Does he have like chest hair or tattoo? I'm sorry.
It's a tattoo.
Chest hair.
Oh, is it?
Chest hair. Okay.
Curly.
There's little.
Now on his arms, I think it's tattoos.
Yeah.
On the right arm with the and it's interesting because he looks German.
Tattoo, yeah.
He looks German, but that looks like a Nambu pistol to me. So
those dirty sailors.
You know,
you can almost reuse that head.
That's where Don Heck got the inspiration from.
It says
right
Don
Don
on
Heck.
the chest, I think.
And the last one, this is the last issue in the run, and it's a complete departure. This is the last issue in the title, and he's on an Indian reservation to save a squaw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, thrilling.
And his costume, you'll notice how he has changed the costume. He doesn't have the crossbones. He has just the sort of the kind of like baton kind of things up. But it's just a very cool
or whatever.
But so anyway, those are all the standard Nidors that I have, the raw ones. I have some that are just a few that are slab, but those are that's my Schomburg collection, my raw Schomburg collection.
Thank you for showing those, Stephen. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you'll get there one day. You just need a couple more.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nasty time. You got anything you want to share? Or?
Um,
We'll get to who that too. Well, maybe I'll get to who that first. Well, you look like you're ready to go.
Here, let me show something. I got them here. Yeah, here's the black tears that I can afford.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go. That's Dynamite, right?
Yeah, Dynamite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a really cool cover.
see, I want to get the newer
I just picked these
Llama,
up.
too.
I totally approve, Rich. Totally approve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the series that Alex Ross pretty much started, and then other
Right.
artists over after that.
Yeah.
I really like this cover. This one's really cool.
That's a great one.
Oh, that is great. That's very Apocalypse Now thing going right there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't read them yet, so I can't tell you the stories. I bought a bunch of stuff out of the dollar books last month, not but I found some Richard Corbin.
Oh, nice.
wow.
Can't go wrong with it. Corbin.
Yeah.
I've been looking
Corbin's
for these
awesome.
for a while. I've got the book that has the whole collection in one book, but
Oh, cool.
I've
Oh,
been looking
you
for
talking
an
about Rat
individual.
God specifically, or
yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah. I've been looking for these in the individual issues.
When did these come out?
Oh God, dude, it's been
80s,
I don't even
probably.
know.
Oh, like okay.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something he did.
The only Corbin I ever really collected was like heavy metal stuff. So I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
2014.
Oh, wow. Why did I think it was,
okay, that
I
late.
thought it was
Okay.
earlier. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 2014. So yeah, I mean, Corbin's one of my dudes that I
Yeah.
pick up when I come across his
Everybody likes
stuff.
Corbin.
So
Yeah,
this stuff was
great stuff.
really, really cool.
I
Really,
guess I didn't realize he was working in 2014. That's crazy.
but yeah, he did the story and the art and everything on these.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I thought that was all him. Yeah, nice.
yeah. And then me and my Frankenstein. I ran across this. I didn't know this even existed. This Doc Frankenstein. I gotta get number 1.
That's
Some really
cool.
really
That looks cool.
Really cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
those are cool.
Yeah.
There's
And
so
then,
much Frankenstein stuff out there, though, dude. I mean,
Couple
Gotta be a
sketches.
lot.
you'll never run out of something to collect.
No. Yeah, that's a fact. But that one's
That's
really
neat.
cool.
That's cool.
You ever get any of them Archie monster Frankenstein looking ones?
I know what you're talking about, B, but no, I haven't. I don't
You haven't
have
got
it
one yet?
at the moment. But
They ain't too expensive either. I might have to grab one of them. Those are good.
here's another. This is Kelly Jones, man. That's another guy I like to pick up.
Wow.
Young Monsters in Love.
Very clean.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Frankie's back here. He's whining. We were made for each other, but my bride betrayed me for Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing took her.
Green with envy.
Uh,
But yeah. Then this the man
yeah.
who waxed and waned.
Yeah.
that Dark Mansion series is really nice.
Yeah.
There's some great
Number
stuff.
Number
You don't see
13.
them that often.
No, they're really hard to get now, I think.
And then number 10 of Vault of Evil.
All right.
It's like the hottest shit there is. The bronze marble.
Yeah. Yep, I think you're right, Biggie.
Yeah. People are going really crazy. It was specifically like certain artists.
Yeah.
I had a little surplus of them, and I managed to sell most of them. So I'm an idiot.
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
And I got this little gem.
Oh, that's great.
I loved this show when I was a kid, man. I mean, I'm showing my age, but I absolutely loved. I had both the action figures and the car.
That's great. I was
And I
slightly too young for it, so I never really got a chance to like get into it.
And I broke the car by I was jumping it. I think I was jumping it down my grandmother's stairs or something, man.
Yeah.
And it busted it.
I used to
It was
take
my dad.
My sister had like Barbies, and she had like the car, and I used to jump. Like I set up books, and I would like jump them into the fireplace.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like when I would take GI Joes, and then I'd cover them in lighter fluid, and then put little parachutes on them, and then light them on fire, and it would be like pretending that they got hit by napalm and stuff.
Then I got this at the flea market. It's a hardback.
Oh wow, that's great.
The hardback book of it. So, and the guy had it for like 30% off. So I got it for like $17.
I talked to Charles Sewell, and it was like he signed my book for free and everything. But I was like, hey, we at the show. Would you like to come on? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then I was like, okay, well, how do I get a hold of you? He's like, I was like, well, like Instagram, and he's like, yeah,
sure.
okay. So he's not coming on.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it.
You need a business card, Mike.
I had stickers, man. It's even better.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Hello. Yo, who that?
I pulled out some books I haven't shown in a long time. So there you go.
Oh
I love
Oh
that
yeah,
book.
that's great.
So,
7.5. That's
Oh,
great.
nice.
Yeah, I would love
this
to
is
get,
this is so funny. I had this book in the 7.5 CBCS. Doc didn't know I picked it up, and he knew this was on my list, and he bought this one.
Oh no.
Sent it to me, so I end up just basically getting my money back on the other one.
Pretty nice. Yeah.
I mean,
it was
it's
basically, it was the same grade, literally the same grade as the CBCS.
You just got to. Well, did you have them both in the same hand before you got rid?
I did, but I didn't take a picture. I did.
So you picked the better one you thought was right.
Yeah, I picked the one I thought was better looking
Okay.
copy.
That's
colors
fine.
are really nice.
Especially after the fiasco I had with CBCS, I'm happy I picked that.
I've bid on that book several times, and I always get outbid right at the end.
I actually got my copy from Who
Yeah,
Dat.
that was been on my list for a while.
I didn't realize how expensive this book has gotten, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Why?
But
Is
yeah,
there
it's
anything-
actually jumped up a lot. It used to be very inexpensive.
I mean, it's the biggest key in the run almost. Besides that,
the black issue and this issue probably I'll go hand in hand. But
yeah. Number one, those are the
you
three.
know, first Silver Age appearance, Catwoman. So
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know
Yeah.
that? Shit, yeah.
No, I just figured because it was a cat fight. And, you know,
Don't forget the
nerd
super
love-
pussy. Who Dat?
Little cat fight.
There you go.
I never collected DC, and I don't know nothing about no Lois. You know?
There you go.
Super pussy and Catwoman. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah,
I've got one of those. Not the greatest grade, but I got one.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Good for you, man.
I put that a long time. That was a long time ago, as you can tell by the label. This one, I need to take it out this bag because the bag is like damaged. This is what first appearance of Brainiac 5, Sun Boy, Phantom Girl. Was it? Golly, it's like 5 versus Bouncing Boy, Shrinking Violet. Oh,
Wow. The whole
What
crowd.
the- oh yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Action 276.
Damn, Matt ain't even here to see it.
Are those all tiny Supermen? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay.
Yeah, it's like all little tiny.
Yeah, it's like a GSX book or something. It's got like 7 first appearances, a legion
Yeah,
of
a
characters.
whole bunch of first appearances on that one. Actually, a cool little date stamp on the back, 1960.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's what they put on the back.
there's probably more to it than what the keynotes say. I bet too. Honestly.
Yeah, it's because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first appearances in this. There you go. Kurt Swan cover too.
Oh, wow.
I think Steppo showed his copy. This is my copy of.
Hey, that's the very first right there, boy.
First Batgirl. Bat 139.
They got to bring that costume back.
That's your girl, Chunker. That's Moldoff, right?
Betty Kane.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Betty Kane.
It's you can
Nice-
tell
nice
because of the way it is.
Yeah.
It's really nice colors. This is I forgot why. I think I purchased it with Doc might have been looking at it and he said you might want to buy it.
Look how
If I
bright it
get
is.
knocked offline, there's a bad storm, so that's
Oh,
what
okay.
happened. I'm okay for now.
Gentlemen, I'm going to bounce, but I wanted to say thank you for having me on. It was fun.
Yeah, it was. Thanks a lot for showing
Thank
those
you,
books.
Steph. You have a good night, man.
I'll see you guys.
Good night.
Good night, brother. There you go.
Some of
First,
my,
Oh, yeah, that's great.
first cover appearance of Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Some ASM keys here.
It's a good one to
This
have.
one, this one I think could probably be higher grade, but I'm okay with it. Here is we're gonna go backwards. This is issue 42. This is the first. Her face is revealed. Mary Jane Watson.
Okay. Oh, that's the
Yeah,
one I
yeah.
got. Yeah.
Man, she's ugly.
Issue 42.
I got mine. I got mine for like $30 and it's detached, I think.
Oh,
but-
I mean,
yeah, whatever, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a second Rhino.
That's good too. Yeah.
But if
Some
you
people call that
wanted-
the first. Some people call that the first Mary Jane, which I don't agree
Well,
with.
so you don't have to argue about it. You just get an
You got
AO.
both. I know, right?
Yeah.
There you go,
You
man.
just get an AO of the first appearance as well.
That's the. I would say that's probably the real one.
It's also I think the first appearance of Professor Snyder and the Spider Slayer.
Yeah.
Is that the, you hit the jackpot one or?
Hit the jackpot. I think is this one. I think this.
Yeah, that's that classic panel. Yeah.
It's like if you want what I know if I remember correctly, you want 25, 42, and 43. If I'm not mistaken. I don't have 43 because I'm looking for 80 on the 43. But yeah, that's that one. And I show these last little two books. But this is my Defenders and Avengers. But if you super hard, like when you get, I'll just say sometimes you can't get 9/8. You just go for the 9/6. So I bought this actually from my LCS Raw.
Really nice. Wow, 9/6.
They had it on the wall. I thought it had a shot at a 9/8. Honestly, if you look at this book in person, you'll be like, "Why is it not a 9/8?"
No
but
spine
it's still a super expensive book at a 9.6, like a $1,600 book.
Wow.
But 9.8 is like 3-4 grand,
That's-
something like that.
Wow.
That's a beautiful
Yeah.
book, man.
Dude, don't fuck around, bro. He's got some shit.
First
Those
appearance
colors.
of the Liberators. Also, some of the keynotes have, first with Valkyrie. Thinking like
Yeah.
Enchantress is Valkyrie or something.
That's what I thought it was. First Valkyrie, yeah. That's
Yeah. Well, if you don't, sometimes you know what I say. Just get the other book. Get all the
Yeah,
Valkyrie
dude, you
books.
probably gonna pull that one out next. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's great looking too. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's Gil Kane.
This is Sal Buscema.
Ah, fuck.
Oh wow.
It's like another key for the Valkyrie, but she joins the Defenders in this issue. So.
Yeah, the colors on that are great.
Like honestly, like I
Defenders
said,
is
you look at
underrated.
both of these books and you're like, you probably be like, I'm happy it's a 9.6, but I wouldn't argue if it came back a 9.8.
I'm surprised Doc ain't went after that. Have you ever showed that to Doc?
I showed this one, I think,
Yeah.
and he said, how much is this one? I said no.
I bet if he sees that Defenders, he's gonna say the same thing, dude. He loves
Yeah,
Defenders.
like now the Defenders, like it's so crazy. This one,
Yeah.
like that sounds like $400 or $500 in a nice.
Yeah, I bet he'll want that, dude, if you ever show
It's
it.
underrated. Defenders is a series. It was a lot of fun. I read it when I was a kid. I used to love that series.
That's awesome.
But this one's a you know what, a beach to get.
That's an
This
ass
is John,
kicker right
this
there.
John Buscema. John
Yeah.
Buscema, Sal.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go.
Cool.
And that ain't a bad Sal Buscema. It's just them collars on that damn John is.
Oh yeah, this looks like honestly, they both look really good. When you see, like I said, but this one pops even more. It looks like
Oh,
it came
dude,
off the
it's
press.
like a cherry
You can
Corvette.
tell-
or
Look at the
something.
back. Look how
Yeah.
bright. Look how bright that is.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nuts.
So, yeah,
Beautiful.
That's some books I wanted to show.
All right, yeah. All right.
Nice. Very nice.
I'll wrap this up. We'll go around the horn. Thank you, everybody, to stop by. Appreciate all the memberships and super chats. There's my little Beasley aliens. I like a
Oh,
lot.
cool.
Love that, man. Love that.
I keep this
Nice.
foiled FF6. It's one of my favorite FFs.
That's neat.
Here's the Steppenwolf Bleeker sent me. Very nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
There's my whatchamacallit, Nightshade.
Yeah, I gotta
Very
get that.
cool.
I got
Doomsday.
another Doomsday.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh man.
I love this one. Yeah.
Yeah, Bullseye, man. I love Bullseye.
He's a great character. He's like true
Yeah.
psychopath.
He's my favorite villain.
That's Frank Miller, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. Gil Kane. Yep.
Oh, it's Gil Kane. Oh, okay.
Did Frank Miller is Frank Miller writing at this time or no?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't
might be
believe so.
wrong about that. I always thought it was a Gil Kane. I have to look it up again.
I thought that's
I know
part of
he
the Miller
leaves. He
run.
leaves
It
Daredevil,
looks,
then he
it
comes
looks
back to write.
Millerish.
It does. It looks like it could be either. I don't know.
Hmm.
I have to look. But this one's great too. Honestly, this Noah Adams right here. Is
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
that's great.
Very nice.
He sets the standard.
All right. Well, for me, nothing particular. I haven't been doing any like shows on any other shows as far as I can remember. Maybe I'll pop on Matt's or I'll be on Bleeker's Church. Maybe do a superhero with Matt. And we got the Hot 5 Commandments. We skipped this week, but next week it'll be back in rotation. And what else is there? Oh, yeah, book club. I picked Showcase 34. I was going to go FF12, but I changed my mind at the end.
Yeah, I kind of wanted the FF.
I know. I kind of got talked into it. But
That's fair. That's fair.
Just before I talk about the promotion, a couple shout outs. I have Comic Issues still in the chat. Check out his channel, and I'm confident he's going to ask you some of you guys to come on. You should go on. It's a lot of fun. It's a good show.
Yeah.
And again, shout out to my friend Brittany, who she lost her dog today. She's watching right now. She watches all of your channels, and she really likes everyone. And yeah, she doesn't have like a Google account or anything, so she can't do the chat. But yeah, shout out to Brittany. I hope you're doing okay.
Thanks for watching, Brittany.
And yeah, this is what who we're having on tomorrow. Drew Roush. He did this cover. This is a glow in the dark, but he does these creepy, like a lot of Halloween kind of themed stuff, and really, really cool. Like it's not gory, it's just spooky kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I love the style. Yeah, I love the style.
Yeah, he was saying I don't think he's ever done an interview, and so I think our interview tomorrow is his first one. He's doing a Kickstarter for something called Ghost Boy, but it's real similar to this style, this really cool Halloween kind of creepy style. So yeah, come aboard and tomorrow night and Rich's channel, Big Nasty Comics, at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I don't, Rich, are you gonna announce like your personal thing tomorrow, like your life changing personal thing?
Yeah. I'll put it out there tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
Rich has something very exciting, a new life event type thing to announcing on the live show tomorrow. And come on and hang out with us. It's a lot of fun.
All right, I'll go to Nasty next, so you can.
Ditto everything that Chanko just said. Ditto. Other than Saturday night, I do a Tuesday night hang with some of the other guys to talk about the new books that are coming out for that week. But and I've got a couple videos in the works. I need to get them edited. So but,
be on the lookout for Nasty, man.
That's you're talking about Hall Yeah's.
Hall Yeah, Nate's.
I think I got something going on Sunday on Matt's channel. I don't think he actually told me I was going to be on the show, so surprise to me, and I'm glad to be on there. So that's cool. Hey,
by the way, you're going to be on Matt's show,
right? Hey, surprise!
It's like ambush invite.
Okay, I guess I will. Also, I have a massive AOK / unboxing video that I have to edit together. I'll probably throw that out next week. I am working on Johnny's book, and I have a special kind of I'm sorry and I'm going to work on something for you book it's got a lot of I'm not sure if you can make that out, but mold all along here, and it's a book that you mentioned earlier tonight, Biggie. So it had a lot of mold on it, and I was able to get it really cheap because of that. So I'm going to fix that up and give that to him.
Oh, gee, I wonder what book it is.
I
think I know what it is. Just let me say this: does it have nothing to do with the cover?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I do know that. All right.
And then speaking of shout outs, check out Dave and Dave's Ideas and Creations.
Oh yeah, he's a great channel.
Hilarious, really great channel. So check him out. So that's all.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That guy's the shit.
Yeah.
All right, man. Check us out here every Sunday. Comic Book Church on Bleecker Street Comics. Have everybody on. Everybody's welcome. Here every Friday night with Biggie doing the Comic Collector Club. And doing various shows throughout the week once in a while. Dropping some videos once in a while. Just happy to be hanging out, man.
Nice.
Hell yeah, man.
Always gotta go to the Sunday show. It's good stuff.
Catch him on Astonishing too, by the way. He's a hell of a star.
Oh, cool.
Yes, definitely catch me and Bleecker on Astonishing Auctions. I don't know. I know I'm gonna be on this Saturday and Sunday. So definitely come check us out, hang out with us, have some fun, get some laughs, and possibly get a steal of a deal. Also, right after this, I'll be unboxing this.
Oh, nice.
On my channel, and it's a whole bunch of signature series books. I want to say like 5 or 6. I can't remember how many I've purchased, but I got a good deal on some books, and a lot of the signatures are people. Some of the signatures on some of the books are people who are no longer with us, so that's going to be cool to unbox that literally right after this. So, sub everybody up on the panel. Come check out my unboxing. Come have some fun. And what else? We got Band of Brothers auction we're going to be doing sometime this month. We're in a new month, so come check out. It's more of a hangout along with selling books. So if you like to hang out like we do now, but it's not one of those, we need to buy a book, please buy, sell, blah, blah, blah. We like to joke around, have fun, have chats while we're selling. So Band of Brothers, and a lot of people are welcome. You'll see probably Biggie Shack. He's trying to get to that goal.
Yeah.
Myself, Bleecker Street, Cali Comics, Boston Chris. I think he's gonna start moving a few of his doubles or triples of books because he has some goals as well. And anybody else, who a lot of people are welcome. So definitely come hang out. And that's I gotta show this real quick. This is gonna be my giveaway. This is my giveaway book.
Hey,
on my channel.
Wow.
So I'm giving it away this to channel members on my channel. Matt won this book. I just haven't shipped it out yet. Matt won this book last giveaway.
Oh wow! First back Sam,
nice.
Yeah. So Matt won that book. And he also won another book. But this is going to be given out. The deadline to be joined is May. I'll be giving it out at the end of May. But so in my memberships are cheap, relatively cheap, like Biggie. I think the cheapest one is $1.99.
Hudak, can I just send you channel membership fees through PayPal?
We'll talk about
it. Wait,
oh yeah, but yeah. So this is going to be given away to the channel membership as well. So good luck, everybody.
Wait. Who that forgot something? Vote for Hudat's daughter. Go to Hudat's channel. Vote for Hudat's daughter for that award.
Daily, yeah.
I've totally forgot. It's she's America's favorite student. She is in a top 15. They're doing a top 10 vote. So you can vote for free. You can vote for free. I have the picture and the link on my Instagram. Also have it on Facebook, but you can vote for free. And it's through the there you go. America's favorite student. It's through the Planetary Society, and that's kind of like they see you can win appearance in Reader's Digest, tour of the Planetary Society with Bill Nye, which is actually pretty cool, and $20,000 scholarship to be used for your education. She's currently in first place, but there's 5 days to go.
We gotta hammer this home, guys.
Yeah.
So.
Support your buddies, everybody. Support your
promote
friends.
it later.
So that's gonna be pretty cool if she does get to that point, because that'd be cool in the Reader's Digest to when they ask her questions, she'll probably say something about thinking the comic book community because they probably pushed her over the edge. So it's been a wild ride, and a lot of people have messaged me about it. So I do appreciate it, and people actually have left. I didn't even realize because the parents have to create the page for her. So I didn't know you can look at stuff, and people have left a lot of nice comments and stuff. So I had to get with her to reply to the comments people left. People like Lady Fantastic. They got John T. John T is a guy who purchased stuff on the auctions. John Tess, I think his name is. We had Yahweh, guy from the comic book community.
Yahweh voted.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of people. But
God
you can vote. You can actually vote every day, once for free.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody support your friends.
Yes.
I'll drop the link. Before we exit off.
All right, let's do that before we get out of here. Then I'm gonna get to it. I got you.
And thanks to Wolverine by Birth for your channel sub.
Yeah, thank you, Wolverine, man. That was nice of everybody. Chonko and Archivist and Benny and Patel, like everybody, man. Thank you so much.
No, shout out to Patel, man. He's been killing it.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I put the link in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope y'all had a good night. I had a good night. Thank you guys so much. Seppo killed it with all them Alex Schomburgs. Holy shit. All right, catch everybody later. #enjoy. See y'all.
Biggie.